All right. All right. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay. Jumping on into the crypto sphere, into the crypto world. Hope everyone's here. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Shout out to everyone here. Getting started. I just want to let everybody know. I woke up this morning and one of the first messages I got was someone saying $25 for your portfolio. Because I shared my portfolio with people on Patreon. If you were a Patreon, I shared you my entire portfolio, which in my opinion is gold because I'm telling you exactly what to do. If you were smart, you would say, oh my God, I would pay $100 for that. I literally woke up to someone messaging me, and the first thing they said, this is the first thing I see this morning, is someone saying $25 for your portfolio seems like a cash grab in my opinion. Now, you have no idea what's coming in store for the Patreon members. There's so much. Now, I blocked that person, and I told that person to never speak to me again. It's that simple. And that person is not out from anything I'll ever do because I'm not into that vibe. Anyway, I love you guys. Let's start the day off right. 27 people watching, 5 likes, right? I started off. But I just want to say, man, we're a group. We're awesome here. We put in that work. And just know my wife had a baby. And I'm just, I'm still juggling some sleep and getting things ready. But the Patreon members are going to get laced. You believe you me. You see what I do for free? Imagine what I would do for the people that are in the Patreon. So, needless to say, shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. We're going to jump into Bitcoin. What a great day. What a great day. Big things happening for Bitcoin, right? So I'm just going to play some music. What kind of music you guys like? You guys like techno? You like lo-fi? Just wondering what music you guys want to get down with. That would be 350, right? Ignore the haters. I am that person. Damn, man. Hateration. Anyway, so check it out. Check it out. I'm a little late to the live. Can you explain the title? Yeah, of course. I sold everything I own for crypto. While my bold move will make me millions. Like, I basically got rid of almost everything I own as much as I could. Rent where I live and keep my life to the smallest possible demeanor, right? Drink water. I buy big bags of flour and I make all my own food. Like, I can literally make pasta. I don't do it all the time. Pasta's too cheap. But I'm just saying, I do a lot of things so I don't have to spend a lot of money. All right. Anyway. So shout out to everyone here on the live. Hope you're doing well. And what I did is I converted everything I own to cryptocurrency. And I believe it'll be my answer out, honestly, of, living my dreams and not having to, have a boss or being able to do what I want for a living. And so far, so well. So far, so good. So shout out to everyone here on the live. Looking at Theta just at the beginning of the show. Just, wow, Theta doing some damage, to say the least. Wow. Beautiful signs for Theta. We zoom in here to the Theta chart and see. Just want to show you guys again, bouncing off the 618, making its way up. What do you do in regards to taxes? U.S. destroys us in taxes. We got to make sure you sell within a whole year, right? So a lot of us got in November, September. So you want to hold these things for a year, at least a year if you can. Now, if you can't, you can't. It is what it is. But if you can get that year, you save that, 13, 14, 15%, depending on your entire tax bracket, right? All right, let's get into Bitcoin. Let's start the show. But what a good day, man, right? Did you guys see bake? Did you see cake? Things are starting to move. Things are waking up. We're starting to see a bit of a move. Atom, just a matter of time before Atom begins to blow. I'm telling you right now, it's in that consolidation period. It's making its way. It's only a matter of time. Watching Atom closely. Watching the BTC pair as well, very close. Atom doing its thing. Just want to put that on your radar. Atom. We talked about 1 inch. Said anything below $4, 1 inch. I kept bringing up 1 inch. Now, we hope this isn't a fake out, but so far, so good. It could be one of these coming back down. But so far, so good. Looks like we're breaking on up, changing our pattern for these higher lows. Higher lows on 1 inch. So I like what we're seeing. it's looking nice, right? It's looking nice. So just wanted to kind of put these on our radar as we move through. Aave back to 420, 427 area. You know, it's holding above 400 now. It's getting higher lows. It's telling us that it's making a new trend after what? The hidden bullish divergence on the daily. What is hidden bullish divergence? It always comes with this big mountaintop. That's why I have this here. I use it for teaching a lot. And swing up to swing up. But we have on the RSI, we have swing down to swing down. And it tells us that the trend will go down. So yeah, man, I sold basically, you know, if I had a bike, if I had leftover, I bought Legos, held them for a few years. When they appreciated, I sold those. Thanks again for Luna, Lifer. Yeah, Luna did its thing. Luna did its thing. Have you checked Chili's recently? My God, Chili's went on a tear. Went on a tear. And these are coins we've been watching, talking about for a long time. Got back into smoke at 13, joking, and now it's at 27. There you go for a double up. Thank you for your video. I appreciate it, man. Hey, there's a double up there, right? You got to know when to yield farm. Yeah, yield farming is like, it's going to be, this is funny, but it's like you beat up on the kid. And that's a nice big candle right there for Bake, right? That's a beautiful daily candle for Bake right there. You know, basically a bullish engulfing candle, right? There's bearish engulfing candles. People don't want to talk about the bullish engulfing candle. There's one, there's two, making its way on up for a new trajectory. I can't wait to see how happens when I hold Bake till June. I'm telling you right now, when I hold Bake till June. So that's the plan, man. Bake and cake. All the way to June. Bake doing its thing. Bitcoin really bringing up all these USDT pairs. And Bitcoin continuing to rip. And look, there's really no stopping it. You can see it's starting a beautiful breakout. There's two beautiful candles. Let's see where the daily candle closes. We still have some room here. Then we'll probably go sideways. Maybe today is Monday, right? And this usually takes, look where we were here. And this is what I was actually talking about yesterday. So I'm going to teach you guys something. Watch this. What I'm going to do is we're going to look closely at the stochastic RSI, all right? The reason why, you'd be like, why? Why are we looking? Because the reason why we want to look closely. Thoughts on Telcoin. Oh, yeah, you guys have asked me about Telcoin like 100 times, and I realized like 7 people asked me about it, and then I never did it. And I went to bed one night and was like, dude, you never did Telcoin. And I was like, oh, man, those people must want to smack me. I'd be like, dude, do the Telcoin. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. 46 people watching, 15 likes. That is not the lifer way. Everyone who calls himself a crypto lifer puts in their all. Jump across the screen. If it's a touch, just give it that little blip, blip. Hit that like button for me. The likes are like monetary little coins. Show the pattern that you discovered yesterday in the one-on-one. Ha ha ha. Yeah, well, we do so much, man. Okay, now gotta go. Bye. I love you all. Love you, man. Hey guys, good morning, afternoon, and good evening. What up, Andreas? And wherever you are in the world, right? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a great day. Let's make some money today. KCMO. Can you check Beam, please? Beam. What up, life for you demand? Thank you, Gars. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you check? We will check Beam. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin, and what I want to show you is I put a line right here. Why did I put a line? Well, I want to compare it to the last time we were right here. And so what I do is I put a line here, and I also put a V here, okay? And then I put a V here. Okay, and what that tells me is I just wanted to map out, we're pretty much in the same place, right? We can all say, yes, the blue line was touching the dotted line. Blue line was touching the dotted line. The red line's latent, so eventually it looks like it got there, but it's latent, so that's why it's like behind. Okay, so it'll catch up when the bearish momentum moves. See, that's why like they move with the momentum of, like right now the blue's up because there's good momentum. Cake doing its thing, baby. And so what I look, but guys, pay attention. This is deep. So here, now we're gonna go all the way to the end of the move, and you can see that that was the end of the move. And I wonder if I can grab that like a bar. I probably can't, but that would be insane. Yeah, it's probably just going to grab the bars pattern there. But what I'm trying to show you, I'll make a copy of it then. Okay. And this is deep. This is some deepness. And so this is what I'm trying to show you, right? And technically, because I'm trying to say this stuff repeats itself. And it won't be exact, right? Like, we're not going to, but see what I'm saying? 77K. See, this is what it's saying. We're hitting that 77K, 75 for show. So even up here in this little place, even once you get into the oversold, I'm just trying to show you that there's room to grow up here on the daily, on the stochastics. Okay. And I'm proving it to you from previous moves. And we're doing great right now, breaking out of this beautiful pennant. We consolidated. It's nice what we did. It's nice. So right now, you know, I used to think Bitcoin was going to come back down hard. And let's try to make a case for that. So let's look at the 4 hour. And if I try to even put this back in a pennant, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So to me, you can't. It's a pure breakout. This is going to get sent. This is going to get sent all the way. And you can, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Look, we're on the 4 hour. We talk about divergences all the time. I could take away everything we just showed, and I could just swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up right here. If you just keep practicing doing this, you practice buying these over and over again. This is the same thing we do on the 1 minute, on the 15 minute, if you're doing a smaller trade, and you get in down here on this second hill. So you heard it here first. Bitcoin bullish for me. I was bullish from the beginning, you know, even before this breakout. I was telling you. I thought we were in more of a fractal though, and I'm happy that we kind. So that was the crash there, that back down to the 200, you know. And again, we even talk about how when we're on the 4 hour and the 200-day moving average is coming in the last like 25-30% of the pattern, that is a catalyst for a break to the upside. And we showed you that in multiple coins. And then I show you how to get your measured move, which is, you know, the length of the pole. And I talk about this every day on the channel. And there you go. And that gives us the smaller target, $72,000 for Bitcoin. But the bigger target, if you go to the daily, right, and you get these larger poles, you'll see things are just look more extended. But there you go. That was a breakout. You could even say we were in the beautiful pennant too, which we eventually formed once we had. And that's even the greats say no pattern is exact until it's been fully formed. But like that's clearly a nice bull pennant or a breakout of the wedge, however you want to call it. And now we're getting higher highs and higher lows. All we need to do, we desperately need to break. Now we need to keep breaking our local high. So now this is a key level of support and resistance that we're making here. So we need to break this high. And we are getting oversold, and we've double topped on the 4 hour. So that tells me that we've ran our course. The 4 hour has done its job. Bitcoin has done its thing. Highly unlikely that we will continue to the upside at this point. Like if you were in a Bitcoin trade, it'd be a nice place to take. Thank you so much, man, for the donation. That's really awesome. You're the man. You're the man. What do you think? How is Luna? Will it drop after it hits 13? I got a stop limit to sell my Luna at 13. What do you think? Shout out to Robert Hordia. Thank you so much, Robert, for asking that beautiful question. Let me duplicate this chart right now. We'll jump on out and we'll get into Luna, and we'll show you what I'm talking about here for Luna. Shout out to everyone here watching. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Yes, I sold everything I have. If you're new, I sold everything, man. Like everything I have for cryptocurrency. You know, I don't really hold stocks. I am 100% into cryptocurrency all the way. And you know, I'm banking on that changing my life. And I'm banking on that making my life different and being able to do what I love, which is teach, continue to go over cryptocurrency every single day and build my own business with cryptocurrency. Hopefully make a coin of some type, have a partnership, you know, go all the way with the cryptocurrency. So that's what I want for you guys too. And I'm trying to inspire everyone that's here and let them know that you can do it. Octatree 315 385 sats. Okay, let's take a look at Luna real quick on the super chat. Jeremiah, love the life away. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Shout out to you up in the crypto space. I like that with the little Tickle Me Elmo up in the spot. That's hilarious. Shout out to you for doing that. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at Luna real quick. And we're going to get back into Bitcoin dominance like we do every day, total and total too, so we can see where we're going if we were a spaceship in space. Now, shout out to anyone who got into the Luna call. Look, it did exactly kind of what I said, which is strange, but look. See this? It always comes up. It does a bit of a retest. It either hits the top of the pattern or the nearest moving average. There it bounced off the 21 day. And then it got sent all the way. Look at that. Luna doing its thing. Another call by the lifer on its way. Boom, boom. And I was on this way before it broke out. Like I'm talking about down here, down here, down here. I had a feeling, I had an inkling. I looked at it, I said, guys, I have this Luna coin is going to do some damage. And I believe it's sitting at $6 and I believe we can get at least a double up out of this or more. And so far, so good for Luna. Take a look at the 4 hour. We're getting here. Now, the idea is I like to sell a little bit out of Luna. Maybe like a quarter, 25%. It depends. You could sell the whole position here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour still has room to go. So wait for the 1 hour to come up. Once the 1 hour is done, the 4 hour will have done like somewhat of a double top probably at that point. And that's when I believe I would get out. So let that 1 hour play out. Watch this 1 hour. When you see it losing momentum, like right now, look, even the MACD is flipping to the upside. Looks like it's going to go for another run. So I would hold off. You know, I would hold off. You got me into cake. Thanks a lot, man. Much love from Israel. Shout out to Median Mushlam. Thank you so much for coming on into the live stream. GRT next. Hold on. We just got to jump back into Bitcoin, my friends. Let's just jump back into Bitcoin. Let's hold our horses. Let's slow it down. Okay. Hello. Thanks for the stream. Crypto is life. You're the best. Thank you so much. Louis Fajita. Fejta, right? Shout out to my man, C Monkey on the spot. C Monkeys. What happened? Look, see, this is a beautiful pennant. What do you think happens to these pennants, Chris Monkey? Chris Money. C Monkey. C Monks. Look, I also talk about this all the time. Look, if I took this line away, the bottom of the pattern is congruent and moving with the 200-day moving average. Whenever you see that, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like we're ready for a catalyst. Like this is the last catalyst we had. Same thing. We were dealing with the 200-day moving average. You can see the price will interact with the 200-day on the 4 hour specifically. The daily, not so much. The daily, you don't want to touch that. If on the daily we start going down there, that's a worrisome thing for me. We don't want to see that. See, that was down here. We could bounce, but we don't want to talk about getting near. Right now, see, we bounced off the 50. Came a little close to the 50 again. 50 acting as beautiful support throughout this. And now we're going to break above the 21. And we always have to kind of move far away from the 21 every time we get a little. See, we move up. So we're going to have that move up again. It's just obvious to me what's going to happen. And Bitcoin is going to go to the upside. It's very simple. Very simple. The daily still has room to go on the stochastics, and we went over how much room it has. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is double topping. To me, I have to look at the 1 hour to see how much gas we got coming down too. So to me right now, I would say that Bitcoin is probably going to flag out. If it moves up a little more, maybe a little more. But to me, that's it. 54.5, that was the move. Look for this to go sideways and for alts to go bananas. That's what's going to happen. This is going to go sideways, and I believe alts are going to start moving pretty well. So watch the alts. Alts have already started moving pretty well. If you've been seeing what's going on with the alts for most of the day. So we're going to get into Bitcoin dominance, and I just want to get into altcoins right now, honestly. I don't even want to do Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. It's just the discipline that we have to have every day on the channel. It's the discipline. Have you invested in Cardano? Do you stake your crypto? Pool markets. I have invested in Cardano. I don't stake it though. I haven't staked it. You know why? I have it on the Daedalus wallet with the Trezor. And it just, to me, it's a little confusing. I'll be dead honest with you guys. Like as much as I love it all, Cardano wallet is like a little more, you know, and it like I don't want to lose my Cardano, but I'm gonna look into staking it. I was thinking of starting a stake pool. Andreas just said, "Hey, do you want to start a stake pool?" So I guess if you guys want to start a stake pool, I guess that's something we can do. Like we all, like, I guess everyone's address is separate. It connects, but we start a stake pool of some sort. Guys, looking at Bitcoin dominance, a little bit of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely not a pattern you want to see, right? Not even bullish divergence too with the hill, and it's still forming this downward pattern. Look at this, and it's a bit of a descending triangle, in my opinion. It really is, and I'm not even lying. Even though it's one of the most bearish crypto symbols, is this descending triangle, a flatter bottom with just downward momentum here. And this is what we're seeing continuously, and we're getting, it's gonna basically, what the descending triangle is too, is it's higher lows, lower highs every time, because it can't make it past this trend, and then eventually will dump on out. And I am, even with Bitcoin's big move, dominance really not taking a bite out of much of this. So that's really bullish to me. I mean, we did bounce off of this line from 60.90 to 61.35, but that's not that big of a move for dominance, in my opinion. And that's a good sign that Bitcoin can start to move without all these alts moving. It's just new money coming into Bitcoin. New money coming into Bitcoin, but new money coming into all the coins. Your words are making so much sense. Thanks for explaining what is Daedalus wallet. I'm guessing if too many people invest in your stake pool, then it will get saturated. Then you would just make a new pool. Am I right? I didn't even know how to make a stake pool. I don't know what to do. One of my awesome Andrea suggested it. I don't really know how to do it. I've never thought about it. I haven't researched it yet, so that's something I would need help on. If someone wants to jump on into the Telegram and take charge of that, you know, I'm willing to listen. So I'm guessing if too many people invest, it all depends. Shout out to XRP Muser in the spot. Shout out to Ali Farad. Shout out to Stevie in Bangkok. Thank you, Steve, for jumping on in for a tutoring session. Shout out to both my sessions yesterday. Unbelievable sessions. Had a really good time with both you guys. It was awesome. Yeah, Litecoin to 300 is easy. Kind of been the talk of the town throughout the internet is Litecoin. Litecoin. Have you seen Litecoin? Litecoin's about to do damage, you know? So to me, Bitcoin dominance is pretty spent, you know? Let's take a look at it on the daily just to be sure. I mean, daily is kind of oversold, wants to come to the upside. So that worries me a little bit. But we'll see. It doesn't mean everything. It doesn't mean everything. Look, we went up to the upside here, and look, all we did was do a choppy. So we could just do another round, choppy, nasty little. And that's what we want to see. We want to see it stay in this range, somewhere in this range. We don't want to see it get out of here. So we'll be watching it closely and making sure it stays in this bearish pennant. OGN parabolic, riding for 2x from 0.7. Wabi, 30% up today, almost 2x this last week. Wabi doing damage. Okay. Let's take a look. Cake doing its thing now, back to 1349. And we were talking about Cake, right? And I went over Cake. Accumulation of Cake, I said in this green zone. I saw this inverted head and shoulder. Cake was making this rounded top here, rounded bottom. Let's get rid of my work. It's a little hard to see what's going on, but Cake now doing some damage. Tando, hey, I wanted to give something back. Your content is great. Thank you so much, Tando. That means the world to me. Thank you very, very much for that super chat. That means the world to me. That's the nicest thing. Shout out to you, man. Can I go over anything for you? Let me know. Let me know. Let's take a look at SNX. SNX going slow mover too. We're going to look at total too, and then we're going to jump into these alts, man. Guys, all I want to do is jump into these alts. That's all I want to do. But the discipline to do the thing that we have to do every single day just to make sure. Okay, so right now, this is following my pattern. Shout out to Tando donating the 10. You're the man, dude. You're the man. Look at this. This is sick. This is sick. This is sick because this is like it's like two patterns. It's like this pattern a little bit, but it also looks just like this piece here if I tried to like pull it out. Hi, I'm new to crypto. What is the #1 recommendation to get started? All right, you're brand new to crypto. You know, brand new. You got to get into something like Voyager. Officially in the process of selling everything I own and converting it to crypto. Thank you, Lifer. That's the idea. I mean, right now in the bull run, that's the plan. So look, this is the only thing that I'm worried about is that we're in this here. Peak, we came down, we did some scribble, we came back up for our next peak. I just wanted to actually make them line up. something like this, right? See? And there's a chance that we're coming back down. So I'm just keeping this, I'm keeping an open mind, look, the 4 hour, we're double topped. And this kind of coincides with my idea. So there's a chance that we see a little dip here in the total market cap. I know, it's sad, right? But just be careful. And that means, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'd be a little bearish. Take 3 days for us to get down. But then we're going to kind of go up again. But then there could be another bigger drop before we get on out of here. Because so far this pattern has played out perfectly. So I'm just trying to show you, I'm not trying to be a bear or be a douche. And I hate to, like, you know, everything's looking great tonight and everything's ripping. And some of these coins are going to rip so much, but just take some profits, guys. Like, if you're in Luna and it's ripping right now, sell half the Luna. It might go up even more, but sell half. Take that profit. Take that profit. I'm telling you right now, it feels so good to take the profit. It's okay to sell. It's okay to sell. I'm going to say it one more time, guys. It's okay to sell a little bit. But this is total 2. If you're new here, this is total 2. And what this is this is the same pattern that was down here. And I'm not lying to you. It's the same pattern right here. It's actually this pattern that I made big. And it fits this one, and it's seeming to fit the next one. And it just seems like Bitcoin makes the same patterns over and over again. And I've seemed to track them. And this is basically total 2, but Bitcoin is, you know, 60% of it. So Bitcoin has its imprint in here. But total is the entire market cap of all the cryptos. And so I took this and I basically been, and let me just, now I have to clean up this work, and I've been matching it with the movement of the whole market. And okay, there's a chance we're in the wedge and we just break on out, right? So I'll give you another scenario because I'm willing to believe it, but this thing just seems to match too well. It really does. It really does. And it's eerily matching. Even this, look at this up and down area here. There's a little up and down area right there. Like, it's just weird. It's too strange. So I have a feeling we may top out here. And what's happening is the same thing is saying we're getting close on the daily, but we still have room to go. So I said there's more room to go on the daily. So I believe the 4 hour could do this whole thing, and the daily could still shoot us out. The daily is hard on us right now. It's telling us very bullish. But we've double topped on the 4 hour. When we do that, there's just a chance for a sideways action or a reset. So just warning you here on the total market cap, there's a chance we come back down to 1.4 somewhere in this area, you know. Let's look at the true support and resistance without like my projection all over it, just to see what's going on. Yeah, that's the key. If you're new, then invest in the big boys, which is Bitcoin and ETH. It's like investing in Apple back in the day when Apple first came out. Personally, when people start selling everything for crypto, I hear the national radio talking about NFTs. I start getting nervous. Be careful. No, I'm selling everything for crypto, but I sold everything for crypto a long time ago too. Like, I've been selling every single piece of thing, everything I own, honestly. Yeah, like consistently. Like, I just sell I'm about to sell a used car. I will buy crypto with that immediately. Yeah. But I know what cryptos to buy. I know when to sell it. I know what to get into. Like, it's a little different for me, right? So here, look at this. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys, right? Proper risk management. Proper risk management. So take a look at this. Up, down, up to the upside, down, up, down. Making its way on out. Total 2. This is all of the altcoins. And so there's a chance that the altcoins too, double topping here, the same story, want to come back down. And there's a chance we could lose about $1 billion back to 550 billion. Not too bad, but, you know, just look out for a pullback. But don't be surprised if, you know, we get another little pullback in the alts. But there's a chance we continue to the upside. You know, I'm not always 100% right. I'm just warning you guys, though. The 4 hour kind of is telling us it's time to cool off. Now, the 1 hour, where's the 1 hour? It's coming down and actually kind of pointing to the upside. Maybe it's double bottoming here. Doesn't want to go all the way to the bottom. This is interesting. This could push us up, but that really is only going to give us a little more movement. You know, 1 hour really means, you know, you get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, 12 hours at the most on the 1 hour chart, like throughout one movement of the stochastic. So, and then we're back to the 4 hour telling us what to do with the 1 hour also overbought. So we just got to watch it. We had a nice run in the last couple days and we got to watch it now. So I'm just warning you guys that it looks like there could be a pullback coming for the alts. But there's still going to be certain alts that just rip. I mean, it looks like things are just out of control. So let's take a look at the big winners today. We got NKN blasting off to space, man. NKN doing its thing. Wow, up 67% on the 1 hour, and then just making this beautiful kind of pennant thing. You know, kind of have to go to the 15 minutes to take a look at what's going on. But this looks like it's just getting started for another move. Wow. This looks like it's heating up. This is interesting. NKN, man. And oldie but goodie, we were trading NKN, talking about NKN. I remember when it came out. Wow, so all eyes on NKN. Booming up 66%. Doc up 31%. BLZ, remember our oldie but goodie, 33 cents. Up 30% today. My old friend Doc, can you believe that? Up to 8 cents. Started buying Doc, I believe, when it was but a penny. Doc, man, Doc.io, doing its thing, making another pennant. These medium caps are starting to make big moves. Small medium caps up in the spot. BNB up, BNB busting out the spot. CHR doing its thing. Wow, so we're seeing some big moves and a lot of big. This is insane. Pretty nuts. Pearl, Vite, Bake getting sent. Look at this, Bake getting sent. And I told you guys, watch that Bake. Watch that Bake, baby. Watch it bake. And Bake doing its thing. Bake doing its thing. That was a call on the channel. We've been talking about Bake, remember? Even if you watch my video about Bake, I'm talking about it at 110. I'm saying this is a good chance. I think you cut the bottom of the video. We're sitting somewhere around right in here, and I'm like, I think this is it. You know, I mean, not even I think, is that the chart is showing you this is it. Octatree just hit 400, man. Most NFT coins are up 3 digits weekly. I am an NKN, CHZ, and SXP. Damn, killing them. Killing them. What are your thoughts about those who don't really know how to trade? Do you think you can still change your life by just holding with crypto? Yes. Yes. My biggest trades in my life are holding Bitcoin and just holding. Dollar cost averaging. In my opinion, 50% of your portfolio should be Bitcoin and ETH. 50% of my portfolio is Bitcoin, not ETH. I probably should have a little more ETH than I do, but Bitcoin. 50% is Bitcoin, but not all of it. Not all of it. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. We have 68 people watching, 38 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Matching it. Matching it. Matching it up. Okay, so let's continue with your tickers. What do you guys want to know? Let's go on. I'm an NKN. Most NFT coins. Can you look at Soul? FTM just jumped now. Let's take a look at Phantom. My baby Phantom. Started making a call for Phantom. Okay. Been talking about Phantom a lot lately. It's been on my radar. I got into Phantom for everyone. Gave them the call. Gave them it back when it was at 14. All right. Let's see if it's moving. Nah, not moving too big, but just moving a little bit. Doing its thing. Starting to do its thing. But I see Phantom running out of room, and it's in the golden pocket, guys. In the 618 Fibonacci level here. I keep this just to show people how to do hidden bullish divergence, which we also had, knowing that the trend will continue to the upside. We also have it here again. Then we also have hidden bullish divergence right here. Swing up to swing up on the price. And if you're new to trading, I'm into divergences. And you asked, oh, if I'm, you know what? Even you said you're not into trading, but look at this. You could go to the daily on any coin, my friend. The guy who asked, let me see who that was. He said, I'm just new to trading. Raylix. So check this out, Raylix. He's new to trading, right? He says, guys, these are the people we need to help the most. He says, I'm new to trading and you don't really know how to trade. Do you think you can still change your life by just holding with crypto? And even if you're new to trading, check this out. Whenever an asset starts to go up, it starts usually down when these stochastics are down here underneath this dotted line. So right here, boom, we start to go up, right? Whenever this asset starts to go down, it's when this is above the dotted line. Like, look, this was a bad time. Things started to go down. So as a dollar cost averager, as someone who's not even have to be a trader, but you're technically a trader, whether you're a holder or a trader, you're holding it to trade it out for something else at one point. So you're always a trader. Remember that. Even if you're just a hodler, you are still a trader. You're just a long-time trader. yeah, we're gonna make a video about the 1559 EIJ, and we're gonna discuss all that. Anything on BSC will run too. BSC is doing really well. Reef is looking good. Beam and MFT, please. We never checked MFT yesterday. Phantom just jumped now. Phantom a little bit. We're looking at Sol, looking at Beam, MFT, or T-Fuel. T-Fuel will be hot. T-Fuel follows, Theta, but they kind of already had their run. But Theta is just on fire. I'm happy I have a bag in everything that's running, man. Just like bags of everything at one point. So we're looking at this. Phantom is still a huge call, and I still want to talk about Phantom, and I like it. Yeah, and you can see it is starting to break out a little bit here on the daily chart. Wow, that 12 hours looking mean. 4 hours looking good. A little hot on the 4 hour, right? So we need to reset on the 4 hour, which kind of sad. So we could double top up here, though. So we'll see. This is looking a little bit. Let's see. Are we getting a push? Yeah, we're getting a flat here. This could turn up. This could turn up. So watch Phantom closely. Watch Phantom closely. All right, you wanted to look at MFT and Beam and Sol. We'll do Sol, MFT, and Beam. Shout out to everyone on the live stream for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I really, really appreciate it. Makes my day amazing. It makes your day amazing. We go through all these different coins. We talk about different strategies. Thank you guys for jumping on into the live stream. And yes, if you're new, I did sell everything I own for cryptocurrency. I just said enough was enough. I sold everything I own for cryptocurrency. Why my bold move will make me millions. And we're on our way. We are on our way. So if you want to jump on in, and I'm not saying we're the most risky people in the world, but we're making sure we're going to make some profit. All right. Let's take a look at SNX. SNX has been acting pretty funny, but to me, it's starting that Wyckoff accumulation, which is kind of like an up and a down period, started by some up and down periods, but not as bad. We're also going to see that we're in this falling wedge. We did this giant double bottom, which kind of where we fell out of the pattern. I mean, it was kind of, I think it's something like this, honestly. And we had bullish divergence because we had swing down. Nah, not really, but right here we had a little bit. Slightly, and it did bounce. It's basically secret divergence, which I call. But what it means is if you can make this angle, I'll show you. We take away this bottom, but see how this makes an angle like this, okay? But then you go down to the price, and if you found the same 2 points on the RSI and you match them, they don't go the same angle. So to me, it is bullish divergence right there, and we broke out from that. And now, to me, I want to look at some support and resistance lines now. And support and resistance are key as well. They're a big deal. And we're also going to pull out a Fibonacci after we do that. And we're going to bring that into we're going to bring that together. And so everything together makes sense. We also want to look at the moving averages. So though I just use all my weapons at once to really see what's going down, right? So let's take a look here. Okay, so SNX, right? Bit of a head and shoulder pattern too. If we go to the 1 hour, can we make a head and shoulder, And we kind of can a little bit, right? And it looks like it actually already kind of broke out of that head and shoulder. So you can see it was kind of something like this, right? Little something like that. And we had some shoulders, a head, a couple shoulders, right? And then we broke on out. And it was pretty much the measured move of the shoulder, of the head too, which is pretty interesting. Because you take the neckline to the head, and that did push us up to basically the same area that we thought. And then we came back down to retest, right? Support, which was, look, where we had resistance, resistance, resistance here, a lot of resistance in this area, we would bounce. So now we're getting that resistance here at this 22 area. We need to break that resistance and get back into this box and then continue up. Now we gap up here, look, pretty much a faster flow, right? There's maybe one little place, but I don't think they're going to give us as much trouble as something like this, And then we're back to price discovery. So we're on our way and we're making higher lows again, and we have a new trend. So to me, I've been bullish on SNX from day one, extremely bullish. It's a sleeper coin. I don't understand why it's not moving as fast as it should be. But to me, watch out for it because it's on its way. And every dog has its day lately. And you can see every coin has its move eventually. And this puts SNX up here at $31 from 21. So there you go. That's my SNX call. I've made more than 30K in 1.5 months following Lifer. I took one-on-one session and learned so much. It just changed my life, yo. Thank you so much, man. Amazing, dude. I took a one-on-one session and I learned so much. It changed my life. What about converting it instead of trading it? Because I know you do trades and then you have to buy and sell. Don't you have to calculate your buys and sells, your capital gains during taxes? So you think Bitcoin is going to start outperforming the alts now? Me too. And I was very bullish on Chili's. So thanks. Let's hope for SNX. Aha. Algo not really moving lately. Don't worry. Algo will have its day. Algo will have its day. Okay, now let's take a look at Sol, right? Sol, USDT pair. All right, so Sol didn't do what I thought it was going to do. This is my projection, and I haven't looked at it since. I was close, right? It's kind of funny. Like, look, I was pretty, no, I don't want to move it. I just want to, yeah. I was almost kind of had it, you know, just not in the same spot. But this is beautiful. What I'm seeing right now is textbook. When I see this pattern, I know it's going to make me money. So look at that. It's like the cleanest pennant you'll ever see. And it's a beautiful double bottom as well. It really just needs to break this area. And then, it's, you know, you could say buy the breakout of this top layer. Sol's about to do some damage. Okay. It's that simple. If you have the patience to hold Sol long enough for the pattern to play out, I mean, it looks like it will. Now, is this the time to buy right now? I don't think so. Just because that 4 hour is high, right? Actually, you know, it still has some room to go, though. It's interesting how this is making a bit of a pennant as well. And we haven't got over the dotted line on the RSI. We still have a little room to go on the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour could possibly double top, but to me, it's kind of getting to the end of its string. So it looks like we may go sideways, but, you know, we still have a little more room. Let's look at the daily for Sol. Daily's looking beautiful. So look at that daily. Look at the daily, man. Wow. Wow, daily tells a different story, right? You can see there's still a double bottom in there, big candle. We just, you know, falling volume. We need more volume. Volume is falling with the falling price, though. Usually tells me that there's going to be a reversal. When you see this, falling volume with falling price, it tells me that the price is probably going to reverse to the upside. Why is that? Well, because think, there's not enough. This is sell pressure, sell pressure, sell pressure. These are the people selling. Not enough. You know, we're going to sell 10. Now we're going to sell 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. The selling is ending. Same as what the MACD is telling you, that the MACD is saying that we're out of sell pressure for Sol. So that's on its way down the dumps, man. It really is. Stacks very undervalued. Basically, ETH layer on BTC. Stacks, okay. Theta, man, doing its thing. Are you still in B-Day? I'm still in B-Day, and it's sad, you know. That money just went down the drain. You know, I put probably $500 in B-Day, and I lost every penny. But you know what? It happens, and I'm willing to admit it. And it's okay. It's okay. Thanks for making a freaking boatload of money, Hoser. Love you, bro. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. You guys are awesome, man. Sol actually getting some movement right now at 1468. It looks like it's going to go all the way up to 22. So I like what I see for Sol. But just, you know, just watch that 4 hour. There might be some better entries in like the next 2-3 days before we get our big pump. Shout out to everyone that gave me an awesome super chat. You guys rock, man. I love every single one of you. Look at that. Look how it looks to me. Nice and big. I have it on a big screen, so it's like cool, man. You guys are awesome. Pawnage, you only pay capital gains if you withdraw it back to USD, right? So you can have millions in crypto, but only have to pay taxes on what you withdraw on USD. Am I right? I mean, they're trying to change that, but they're not sure. Glad I didn't put too much in on ramen. That's what I'm saying. If you're in these crazy swap swoopies, just be easy. Like, I know egg looks great. Everyone wants to get into egg, and it looks great. But, okay, so you think Bitcoin. So we're going to look at, we want to look at Beam, and we want to look at MFT, all right? So we'll go over what we're closest to, MFT. Now, MFT came up, came down. Now it's starting to break on out again. And look, you can see the daily had a nice move. It's in a funky pattern. You know, I'm going to show you something right now that kind of worries me about MFT. Because to me, it's almost a diamond pattern, you know? It's not perfect, but it's kind of a diamond. It's a funky pattern, to say the least. Let's take a look at it on the 4 hour. Do we get some more? Yeah, it looks more diamond-like on the 4 hour, right? Interesting. And just the only scary thing about these is if they come in from the bottom, they usually drop from the bottom. But this is coming out the top. This is coming out the top regardless. Changing trend. We're getting higher highs, right? And again, it's that same idea. Looks like we were in somewhat of this idea here. We're starting to break out of this wedge pennant. And what's good is we're consolidating to the upside while we're kind of coming down here on the 4 hour. But this still has some room to go sideways till it comes back down. You know, it's slow moving. But I still see this going all the way up to about 3 4 cents. You know, I think there's hotter coins right now though. But you know, probably the day you get out, this thing will pump. But I think there's hotter coins. Look at the daily. Daily still has a little room to go. MACD still hasn't had that cross. Still looking bullish to me as well. Lack of volume though. Not as much. Many people know about it, right? This coin's kind of a sleeper coin, but it will have its day in the sun if you want to hold it. But yeah, there's a lot bigger performing coins out there, in my opinion, right? Okay, and then you want to look at Beam. Like Beam's hot. Beam to me, I think has a little more notoriety to it, and people care a little more about Beam. In my opinion, I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. You know. Again, as we roll by, I want you to think of Doge. Even though it's funny, I told you the buy zone for Doge. People did sell it off pretty hard right now, but we'll watch what's going on. Daily still looks pretty good. 4 hour is coming down though. Got a little of a sell off. People that were in it for a while were like, wow, I'm going to sell off real fast. But I still think it's pretty bullish. It's finally breaking. That's a breakout to me. And now you have higher moving averages. So the bounces are lower, right? The places where it's going to bounce off, like the 200-day is the bounce. So again, we see the falling wedge interacting. And then we're also on the 0.5 Fibonacci level here. So I have two things that are called confluence going for me. And I know when I buy in these areas and I hold for 2 to 3 weeks, it usually pays me very well. So I like to get paid. And I like to get paid the patient way. So this is what I'm going to do, and that's how I'm going to rock it, right? Okay, resistance at 55. First, cry. I think I got out of Luna at 121, and it keeps mooning. LOL. Damn, man. Sorry if I missed it. GRT. No, we didn't look at GRT. Buenos dias, lifers. Buenos dias, Coste. It does not matter if you go to USD. You need to record the capital gains. If you make a trade from BTC to ETH, are you making profit or a loss? And you need to record capital gains based on the current price of the coin. You do and you don't, because you could eventually just lose all that money, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't believe I overlooked Chili's. Still great potential. It's one of the kind sports industry, CHE. Also, have you taken a look at Everest ID yet? Yeah, you're like the third person to bring up Everest now. That's coming across my radar. So I'll take a look at what that is. Trust. Is XTZ a dud? No, it's not a dud. EGLD. I love me some EGLD, baby. Have you looked at Chili's? Still a great potential. It's one of a kind sports. Yeah, I like Chili's, man. I like Chili's. I think it's hot. We look at Chili's almost every single day here. It's doing damage. It's doing damage. Okay, now we want to take a look at the dollar. I just want to look at the dollar index. What is the dollar doing? Okay, we got a nice dump on the dollar. Okay, so far so good. Went all the way up to 92.50 though. Unbelievable how much they're trying to manipulate this market, pumping the dollar. I don't know how they did it while they're printing the dollar. I don't know how they pumped the dollar. It doesn't make any sense, but 4 hour is coming back down to oversold regions. So we got a nice dump on the dollar. Pretty fast dump too. So that kind of saved the market. They were like, we need to dump the dollar to save the stock market. You see what I'm saying? They can't have a strong dollar and a strong stock market at the same time. If the dollar goes up, stocks go down. And then also, you know, they can't have deflation and inflation at the same time. They're getting into a hairy spot right now where I don't know if they can juggle the numbers as well as they used to. The Fed might have to rely on cryptocurrency in order to save itself because it's the fastest way it can do its schemy, scammy moves. You know, pretty sad, but it's true. It's true. One V chain, please. Engine, please. Chrissy, shout out to Chrissy Fouts on the live stream. Thank you so much for jumping on in to the live. You guys rock. Okay, now we're gonna look at Beam. We're gonna look at Beam. We're gonna look at One. How is Cake doing? My baby Cake, 1354. I love you, Cake. Do your thing, Cake. Do your thing. Do a nice double top up here and make Daddy proud. Make Daddy proud. We're right here. We're right around here. So look, let me just show you guys something. We're on the 4 hour, right? And I love to do this because it's just what I love to do. But look, when we got high, consolidation move, end of the consolidation move, right? And look how similar these patterns are. Like, I'm going to show you something pretty weird, but these patterns are very similar. I'm going to prove it to you. We go to the bars pattern, and it's just weird how much I see this occur. Okay. And if I make this nice and big, you'll see like they fit weirdly, you know, like came up, came down. This is actually the big gap in the middle there. And then it had this, the second, so it always comes up, double tops, comes down. There's our come down. Does this sideways action. Here's your sideways action. Dumps down, right? Plays around at the end of the pattern. Here's it's playing around at the end of the pattern. And then eventually it breaks on out and booms up to the upside. So it's not perfect, but you can just see it's like these similar patterns playing out over and over again. And it's pretty weird because Bitcoin's doing the same thing. They're all doing the same stuff all the time. And you can match a lot of these patterns and find these fractals. It's just nuts. And the more I see it all the time, and it starts to bug me out a lot. So here, this is an easy pennant. Easy pennant. Entry is kind of late. You know, I was already telling everyone to get in the 1250, 11 area into Cake, right? I gave it to my Patreon too. So shout out to anyone in the Patreon. If you took like the calls too, a lot of the calls, people don't realize in my Patreon, like I'm giving these calls like 10 days before they happen. They're long, like you get them and maybe people think, oh, what's the next one? They keep asking and it's like, this is the next one. You just don't realize it yet, you know? And look, this is a great place to take some profits on shillies. Even now after this little dump, it's a good place to take profits. It always comes back down to the 21-day moving average. They're going to have to meet. So you're okay. You're okay. Sell some profit if you're in chilies. Don't be scared. It's going to come down here or it's going to make a beautiful pennant. One of two things, but it's going to touch. Is the dollar cost averaging once we make good profit and then split that into different altcoins that we don't have to dollar cost average with our work, money, good strategy? Yes. 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 Really good stuff on Patreon. Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for jumping on in. I really appreciate it. 71 people watching, 49 likes. Can we get 100 likes? All the way up to 100 likes. Let's get 100 people watching on the next live stream, dude. Okay, let's get into the tickers, man. This is hot ticker time, 10:30. We got through a lot already in this 1 hour. It's been a really good, productive stream. I really like what's happening today, guys. I like the vibe. I like the serious nature. I'm seeing a lot more people who really want to trade, who want to make it happen. And I'm liking that. I'm really liking it. So yeah, like see, I see Bitcoin kind of, this is the double top of the 4 hour. You know, 1 hour kind of still looking a little shady. I'm a little bearish on Bitcoin right now, just at the moment. I'm not saying, you know, of course, you already see that I have predictions of Bitcoin going up to $75,000. Easy. So let's take a look at Beam. So Beam holding at 72 cents. And there's also the Bitcoin pair. You want the Bitcoin pair or the USDT pair? They look almost identical, so they're probably going to follow each other pretty well. But Beam doing well. Let's take a look at it on the daily here. Wow, so it's kind of spent though. For the Bitcoin pair, it's at the very, very bottom, which is kind of a good place to pick it up. I mean, technically speaking, right? And it started to make higher lows on its way out of this bowl. We'll look at the USDT pair. It's looking a lot better, right? It's kind of doing something a little different. It's double bottoming up here, and now it's forming a cup and handle. Like, this is a clear cup and handle. Bit of a diamond pattern, though, as well, right? Interesting. This is I guess a lot of coins have made this pattern. This is the second coin that we've seen in this funky pattern. MFT is actually was in this pattern, remember? Similar pattern, which is interesting, the two coins. I don't know if they're connected in some way. They seem to have been sold off similarly. Now, this one, trickier, right? You can see it's not as clear of a pattern. So when it's this tricky, what I do is I just start making support and resistance lines to give myself some clarity. And get rid of this bowl that I made, but you can see we were in a clear bowl. So we have some resistance right here. We have some resistance right here, right there, and right there, right? Previous resistance becomes new support lines. And right here we have this area here, which coincides with this. And now we're starting to actually make some big moves. We got some green candles, right? Some higher lows here on the daily. Last few days, look, we've just been in a complete uptrend. So we need to break this. We break this, this will continue to the upside, you know, and then it's all about breaking that, you know, and this is just a giant double bottom, in my opinion, that is going to break to the upside. And we could also, this is also a bit of a cup and handle, right? So you got your giant cup. And, you know, you got your handle, which isn't great, but we go to the 4 hour, you could probably make a better handle out of this. Yeah, something like that. So there's your cup and handle, clearly, for me, you know, that settles it for me. And then we're going to take our target, which is the length of that, really, from these areas to these areas. And it tells me we can get pretty explosive with Beam. Very explosive. So yeah, if you could just hold on, Beam's looking pretty good to me. Let's take a look at the daily. Let's take a look at that. Daily still has room to grow. So yeah, this thing is just getting started on the daily. You got a little bit of hidden bullish divergence as well. You got swing up to swing up, right? And then you have swing down to swing down here on the RSI, which tells me that the trend will continue. So this is looking bullish to me, but at the moment, you know, the 1 hour, the 4 hour just wants to. So on a lot of the coins, the 4 hour is hitting its limit. Hey, Lifer, new to crypto, should be holding all my crypto on exchanges, or should I get a wallet? If so, what's the best wallet? Bake, baby. We don't want over Bake, but we'll go over Bake again. I love my Bake. Hey, I would get a. I like the Trezor Touch, man, personally. Hi and welcome. I am not sponsored, but if you really need a wallet, please get the Trezor Touch. I love the Trezor Touch. It's nice and big for my chubby fingers. Out there working in the yard, my hands swell up when I'm using my tools. I don't want to, you know, I'm just, but I like this Trezor. It comes with a little magnet, which you can stick if you like. I don't use that much, but I love this Trezor Touch wallet. Has support for many coins, but I also have the Ledger Nano X, which a lot of people use. This is the Moon edition too. Shout out to Ledger Nano X. Use this, but I like the user experience way better for the Trezor. This has way more support. I just don't like the user experience as much as I like this. This you can connect Bluetooth, which I don't do. I just don't do. But this, so that's the answer. That's the answer. But yeah, I like, you know, I keep multiple hardware wallets, and I believe everybody should, you know. Yeah, BlockFi is also good for interest on crypto. Yeah, hey, could you check Vite BTC, please? Took profits on Cody yesterday after your suggestion. Save me 20% for the next leg up. Thanks, Lifer. Shout out to Yippee for finally taking profits. No, I'm just, we don't hear that enough. Like, I want to hear people say, hey, I took some profit. I want to hear it a lot more. I really do. Can you tell me what you think of LBC? Beam, please. All right, let's get back to one and VeChain EGLD. My baby EGLD. It's just starting, man. Why is EGLD so important? I'm going to do a price prediction on EGLD. One of my favorite coins. Why I like it. I've been into EGLD since it was ERD. It was called Elrond. I should have been making videos about it a long time ago. Very, very bullish on this. I'm extremely bullish on Phantom. I just got to keep bringing it up to you guys. Phantom in the 0.5 to the 618 Fibonacci level. Extremely bullish on Phantom. Only a matter of time till I see Phantom doing some damage and going back to some highs that it recently had. So watch Phantom and watch it closely. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at EGLD. EGLD for USDT 150, baby. It's been a while. It's been a while. EGLD, can you do it? Can you do it? Look, EGLD bounced off the 0.5. That hung out in the 0.5 to 618, and now it's making its way to the 382 and making its way through. Okay? Look at it. It's forming a beautiful bowl. We talk about this now. Now these become pennants. Okay? So this is what happens. And this is how and look, the pennant interacts. The bottom of the pennant interacts with the 200-day moving average. I talk about this all the time. This is a key thing to remember. I want you guys to remember this forever. The newborn is doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking, man. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Vite and Bittrex is up 7,000%, but Binance still holding. That's weird. Phantom, baby. Great call. Bishra Awad. Thank you so much, man. Lifer, could you do XRT1, please? Took some profit on my small caps yesterday and got me a new laptop. Tando, I like to hear that. Took 4K profits from ADA and got Beam and Reef. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Thank you, Lifer. Just sold a piece of land I own to start going full-time into crypto. You have inspired me so much. All right, Chrissy, I don't want you to lose it all, you know? So just make sure you plan to buy land back. Like, say, okay, I'm going in for this land, but I'm going to come back with more land. Like, in my opinion, get greedy for something that makes you greedy for something that you're, you know? I sold everything I own. I'm a cowboy, but, you know, I'm in a different perspective. I'm in a unique place. Everyone is in a unique place. Never compare yourself to anybody else, because we're all in a unique place. And again, don't do anything I do on this channel. None of this is financial advice, right? Get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence, okay, when you pull that trigger. But look at EGLD starting to make its move, and it's running out of room. It's only a matter of time. So here's a call for EGLD. I'm going to give it a buy zone, right? It may continue through in this little bit of an area. This actually may open up. You know, we don't know if we're making the exact pattern right now, but we're beginning to project the idea that EGLD is ready. So there's my buy zone for EGLD. We're going to snug a little stop loss, or you can dollar cost average to try to stop that and only use, you know, if your risk management is $100, then buy in for the amount $100 right now. So if it goes down all the way to zero, you only lose 100. If it starts to move up a little bit and you see some support, buy in again, and then continue to build a bag and do what's called dollar cost averaging into this area, even from here to here. And then you can ride EGLD to the sunset, you know, but you got to have a plan. You can't just jump in without a plan. All right. You got to have a plan. So I see this easily going to 300. I've been calling a $300 EGLD for a while, just in the short term. Big term, this is like $1,000 to $2,000 coin. I really believe that. I really believe that. But this is a take profit sell zone. It was an inheritance, just sat there doing nothing. There will be my children's inheritance. Hey, Chrissy, do your thing. Do your thing. As long as you're on point and you're putting in the work, which you're here every day. So that kind of says you are to me. So I think you're going to be great. Just take profits, everybody, please. There is going to be a time where these come down. But honestly, we just went through a bit of not a bear market. I'm saying a mini slowdown in the market for alts, right? Like the last few weeks, it's been tough. Like Aave went all the way up to 500, but then it went down to 360. We had the whack wick. We had the scary wicks. Look at this one. Down to 360, this scary wick. So, yeah, we've had some movements. We've had some moments. But I like EGLD right now. And what happens is this becomes a call. And I even set it out to Twitter. So follow me at CryptoLifer33. Anyone out there on Twitter, into the Twitter world, gets a free call. Just kind of thrown out there. And then we go into my crypto room here. And this is where I can show you what's going down. And here is the groups and charts only. And bam, there's another call. I'm going to right click this, edit it. Hit this EGLD. USDT. And what I like about this now is you could just search EGLD right here and you'll find it, right? And that's a call for the channel. I like what I'm seeing there. Hit the likes, people. Cost you nothing. If the title is at your local council, best to sell it as technically it's really owned by the government. Learn equity law. It reveals this. It really does. Isn't that crazy? Altruism first. You never own any of your land. Isn't that insane? Could be taken by habeas corpus at any time if it's needed for government purposes. Like, never truly own your land. It's insane. Anyway, this is probably going to come back to the 21-day moving average too. Engine coin, nice little time to take some profits at 170. It's going to wait for you. You're going to be able to make some. Look, the daily takes some time. Look at how far away this is. It never stays that far away from the 21-day moving average. And we're extremely overbought. Even if there's another pump, man, you'd be smart to at least sell 10%, 20%. Take some profits on engine coin right now. I'm telling you, it'd be a good idea. But you do whatever you want. I'm just kind of trying to lead you guys to the right spot, to the right place. Okay. Cake seems to want to rip today and seems to want to do some damage. Daily still hasn't had a MACD cross, and we're still dealing with that hidden bullish divergence. We really want it to play out and give us our move. Looks a lot like Phantom though, and Phantom hasn't made the move. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Watch this. And this is when I'm going to talk about pattern recognition and how key it is to making money. You recognize these patterns and how they play out. And it kind of starts changing the way you see everything, you know? It doesn't do a good job matching the pattern too well there, right? I wish there was a better way to do that. But if I right click this and it's been doing that lately. Okay, copy that. And then we go over to Phantom FTM and we just look at this. See, similar pattern. It's just a weirdly similar pattern. Hard to see, but you see it because it's that up down pattern, you know? Anyway. Lifers Bake, baby Bake, doing its thing. Let's take a look at Bake. My baby Bake ripping. And Bake doing damage. Burger soon to follow, but Burger down, you know? But Burger, look, still kind of making its move from the buy zone here. Pumped and dumped there. But I still like it, man. I still like Burger. I like to hold things for 3 to 6 weeks. It's in this cup and handle. And I know these break to the upside. So I'm just waiting on this cup and handle to do damage. It's only a matter of time. Slow call. And I don't have a lot of money in Bake. Maybe 8 to, you know, $1,200. I mean, that is a lot of money. I'm not going to say it's not. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying. So let's take a look at Bake too real fast on our way up through the chain. Band doing damage too. Band, only a matter of time the band goes up really high. Bake up 26%. I mean, that's a giant candle. I like the volume too coming in for Bake. Bake has that similar pattern too. Look, down, up, down. And I believe we're just going to see this, a big movement out of Bake, man. Watching Bake do damage. Baby Bake. Bake, baby Bake. Nice to see Bake doing its thing. That's a nice move, man. Look, it's breaking resistance. It's been in for a while, right? Breaking above the 200-day. And look, we're about to have a golden cross here on the 1 hour. We're about to have that 50-day cross in the 200-day moving average. Now, this was kind of the pattern, you see? You fall out, but they break back into the pattern, and then it makes a wedge. So now you can kind of get more clarity. I needed that too because I really was like, and now I'm seeing what's going on. And now I see the resistance, the big hit. We got to break these lines, right? Previous support and resistance lines for Bake, which we have a few. So Bake has to do some things. It's got some work to do before it can get back to that previous high up into the $263 region. But Bake is on its way. So Bake needs to break this 150 region. It's a big deal. It gets into the 160 region. I mean, it's going to start cooking. So watch Bake. All right. What about BNB coin? Your thoughts? I love BNB. You got to have BNB. I bought a bunch of BNB at $30 and literally like a few weeks later it exploded. I was just like, oh, you got to have some BNB. Make sure you buy BNB. And then it just absolutely exploded. And look, it's starting to explode yet again. And this is a big sign for the Binance Smart Chain coins. We're seeing BNB up, Bake up, Cake up. They're all making their moves. So where's that money going? People made some Bitcoin moves. It looks like people are selling. They're getting into something. Looks like they're getting into BNB. They're getting into these BC. You know, the fees are still high on ETH, despite all the great news for Ethereum. The facts are the facts. Yesterday I went to unstake something and I looked at it and I just was like, damn, $43 to unstake. I don't know if that's what I'm going to be doing, right? Look at this, Polka Markets. Partners with Polygon for scaling solutions. We're thrilled to announce Polka Markets, partnerships with Polygon, former Matic network, to provide scaling solutions and to facilitate low-fee, fast trading on Polka Markets. As the Ethereum interoperability protocol, Polygon will facilitate Polka Markets' vision of being a cross-chain information chain platform built on blockchains. So there's talks of Polygon, which is Matic, right? Changing the game up pretty fast, and you know, saving Ethereum too, like Phantom. So we're seeing some protocols that could be cross-chain protocols to help ease the tension on the Ethereum mainnet. And that's kind of the idea here we're seeing with Polygon. Shout out to that news by Hadouken. Appreciate pumping that news in. Stacks and Ren are both BTC layer projects, very undervalued. Smart contracts on BTC is just the start. I believe you too. I like what you're saying. Let's take a look down at Ren. We don't talk about Ren, and I want to look at the BTC pair for Ren. I want to look at more BTC pairs as well. It's time to stack your sats, my friends. It's time to focus on these BTC pairs as much as possible. You'll see I will put out USDT pairings, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I do want to start flipping over to a lot of BTC pairs. Now, we're going to take a look at what I see here. This is a pretty good sign, right? We're forming a bit of a pennant. Now, Phantom did this. It had this high side, but eventually would pump very, very hard. So Ren for BTC at 2,257 Satoshis, coming on in and bouncing off of the moving average here right now too, forming another small pennant on the 1 hour. So it's in the pennant, and then it's also forming this new bit of a pennant here. So I like what I'm seeing. Two bullish patterns, right? Kind of microcosm of each other there, one of the other. And wow, we start to break out. There's huge potential for this to get all the way back even to its previous high on February 19th. Not too long ago, right? Not too long ago. Smoke might just seem silly, but it's up 100% today and still only 28 cents. Max supply is 2.6 million. High APR was $12 at one point. Might pump again. Telcoin. I got to look at Telcoin. Is that a cup and handle? And it's kind of a cuppy. It's kind of cuppy and handly in a way. Like we could do this with it. I see what you're saying. We could do a little bit of something like that. I'm not going to say it's not. It's kind of a, yeah, I mean, to me, yeah, that's a cup and handle. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good call. I'll take that. And you can take the length of this whole price action. I see big things for Ren, you know. Ren made me a lot of money a long time ago. Ren has just been on a tear for a long time, especially the BTC pair. You know, we go to that daily though. Let's take a look at the daily and see what's going on. Daily still has some room to go, but it's getting to the end of its run, right? It's kind of, wow, we had a nice run. Like, it would have been nice to get in here at this point. That was your sell point. Come back down, buy a little bit, pump it again. Interesting. It's in a giant cup now, though. Look at this. That's why it's always good to go to different time frames to get bigger perspectives. But that is a huge cup. It could form a bigger handle. We'll see. But I like this too. Yeah, this tells me Ren is about to do bigger damage and get all the way back up to its top here. So Ren for BTC. Looking pretty nice. It would have been nice to enter down here as well. The daily will have to come up, reset, come back down. Maybe take 2 to 3 weeks from my perfect entry. Let's plant the seeds now, boys, and wait for our apple trees to flourish. That's what I do. That's what I do. Let's take a look at Telcoin. You guys have asked me about Telcoin for so long, and for me not to go over it is rude. Telcoin for Tether on KuCoin. Okay, I like it on KuCoin. Wow, this thing exploded. You guys were talking about it earlier. Well, I must have done it because I have a Fibonacci pulled on here. Came back down to the 0.5, boomed up. Wow, this thing is, dang. You guys told me about it too 2 or 3 days ago. And look, you guys are on point because my subscribers were telling me, hey man, watch Telcoin. Giant candle out of Telcoin. A lot of volume pumping out of Telcoin. It's half a penny too, you know. Wow, there's a lot of sleeper coins out here, guys, that really could do damage. Half a penny, this thing could 100% still and go all the way up to 7 cents, and it's only 4.3. It's not even made it to its measured move yet, and it's just crossing on that daily. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours coming back down, looking like it's gonna have a beautiful play. So I'd wait for this 4 hour to come back down. See if you can match up the 1 hour as well. Wow, 1 hour is down here too. So these could connect. 4 hour and the 1 hour could both end up oversold. Bit of hidden bullish divergence on Telcoin as well. Swing up to swing up here on the price. But if we take these same points, we have pretty much of a downward momentum, right? This tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. This is a very good sign. I like what we're seeing for Telcoin right now. Could possibly be a nice entry here for it, despite all the pumping that we've seen. Low on the 1 hour, ready to rock. 4 hour needs to reset. You could wait for that to happen too. Get a little more down, wait for this to touch the 21-day moving average, and then we're in business. So yeah, this is getting ready to go, and I believe we could get this entry on a bit of a retest kind of, you know, it always pumps, does either a retest or a retest off the 21-day moving average, and that looks like we're about to see. So wait for this to come and touch this 21-day. I would watch this closely, but I like Telcoin right now, and you guys are making me kind of fiend for a bag of this. I don't really know what it is, so I'm going to go to CoinMarketCap. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on Telcoin, all right? It's only right, because I need to know what it is and what it does. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for jumping in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Thank you for all the live chats. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the awesome asks. Thank you for everyone here, man. Smoke might seem silly. Isn't it a cup and handle? Yeah, let's plant the seeds now. Geez. XRT, please. Telcoin. DSLA made a huge rip too. You were talking about DSLA over and over again. You guys told me to get in. Can you explain the swing up to swing up and the stochastic RSI you have there? I talk about this all the time. It's basically divergence. And what you can do is you can type in divergence cheat sheet. And I go over this all the time, and I'm sorry some of my subscribers see it every day, but it's okay. I think they like that we're always helping beginners. And take a look. This is the divergence cheat sheet right here, this big blue and red two things. And you can see, I'm talking about hidden bullish. The blue line will be your price. The red will be an oscillator. I love to use the RSI as my oscillator. That's my main oscillator. And you can see if the price swings up to swing up, but the oscillator swings down to swing down, and this is always put on the down. You always put bullish divergence on the low, on the bottom areas. You put bearish divergence on the top areas. This tells me that the trend will continue to the upside, and things are going to break to the upside. So, like what I see there, kind of gives me that idea, and that gives me indication of a bigger move to the upside, right? So, Luna, man, anyone who took Luna shout out to you. We got very close to the sell zone. You could even get out right now. I mean, what a trade. What a trade. What a trade. Levi 502, good call on Smoke, 100% and only 28 cents. Wowzers, yeah. Yeah, just be careful, man. Smoke is extremely volatile, and at any moment it could go all the way to the dumps. You never know. Enticing that APY though. I'll keep searching and searching for a working Bitcoin generating mining software because I believe so much of the software really exists. Not until I saw so many people talking about, oh gosh, this is nonsense. Okay. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. I'm gonna head out, guys. Thank you so much. Tando, be safe. Have a great day. Can you explain the swing up to swing up? Yeah, we got that. Okay. XRT, please. Stacks and Ren, both BTC. Let's take a look at one. Let's take a look at one coin. What else did we ask for? Cody. VeChain. Let's take a look at one and VeChain. I talked about VeChain a lot last few days. Really kind of centered on it for you guys. Showed you we're in a bit of a cup and handle on VeChain. Right? See this cup with the handle? Said we would break to the upside. Kind of had it. And look, we did exactly, look, cup with the handle. We blasted. We did the cup and handle. Just got to hold these cup and handles and make it happen, man. VeChain up to 6 cents. Only a matter of time for VeChain to get into the 20, 30 cent region. I mean, it's a beast. It's got a big following. A lot of coins. People love VeChain, man. So look at this beautiful trend VeChain just had. Just went all the way from 3 to 8. Booming. VeChain. Let's look at the BTC pair for VeChain as well. Another win, right? BTC. So VeChain doing its thing against the BTC pair. Blasting up 56% gains against Bitcoin. Even with Bitcoin making its move recently, yeah, it took a little bit of a pullback. 56 back down to about 43. Took a 10% pullback, but still. doing great, earning you your Bitcoin on your Bitcoin. So if you put Bitcoin into VeChain, you ended up with more Bitcoin. And isn't that beautiful? Imagine starting this with 2.25 Bitcoin and ending with 2 Bitcoin, or starting this with 2 Bitcoin and ending with 10 Bitcoin. You know, imagine ending this rally with way more Bitcoin than you started with. That should be your plan. That should always be the plan. The long-term goal is to stack Satoshis, man. To stack Satoshis. All right? Stack those sats. DSLA. Let's take a look at that too. DSLA. I can only get it for that wrapped ether. It did its thing. Look at that. It boomed up as talked about. Look at that. Cup and handle. About to do damage. About to do its thing. Right? I mean, this is what these things do, guys. I don't know how many times I show it to you, but I show it to you so much. We went over this yesterday on the channel. Up 30%. Wow. Up 30% since we made this cup and handle and went over it yesterday. Shout out to everyone that showed us. Sand, thank you. Right? Amazing. Pros. PROS. What is PROS? PROS. Pro Site Global. Binance. Pros for Ether. Pros on Bittrex for USDT. Wow, this thing is down in the dumps, huh? Wow. But, you know, that is where you want to get stuff, when it's kind of bottomed out, right? It's in the bowl. If you can make the bowl, it's usually a great sign. I mean, that's where it's like time to get busy. So, wow, this thing hasn't popped yet at 540, up 5% today, doing its thing. Huh. A little messy, right, to say the least. Not a lot of information. This is new. This came out, what? It says on February 19th, so it's brand new. So yeah, I mean, this is a good place to get in at 540. I mean, this is it. I mean, it came off the bottom of the bowl. I mean, but this is a gamble. To me, you put in what you're willing to lose and you let it run, right? Like the TA is so basic on this, there's not much to go on. You just got to let it go. So to me, that's more like gambling than trading, but it is what it is, you know. Again, don't take any of this as financial advice. Let's take a look at CRO, Crow, the crypto coin, crypto.com, Crow, right? OKX, Crow, BTC, crypto.com on OKX. There's a Bittrex pair, a KuCoin pair. Okay, it's on Bittrex. Okay, it's on a Bittrex. It's all right. We'll take the Bittrex. Okay, doing its thing too. This is forming a nice consolidative area. Comes from that high side and then forms a bowl. And it tells you that it's about to blast to the upside too. So this is telling me pretty good. But again, 4 hour on almost every coin is ready to roll to the downside after a double top. So it just tells me we're going to see a little more sideways action from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday until things start to kind of iron themselves out. Only 4 million in circulation. Prosper on Binance. Interesting. Interesting. That's very interesting to say the least. So I think Bitcoin had its time in the sun. I think we're going to see a bit of a pullback just because the 4 hour double top. So don't be surprised if Bitcoin comes back down and tests this $51,000 region. All we need to see is a nice test off this, a nice little bounce. And that will just kind of suggest, okay, yeah, you know, we're going to bounce off previous support, right? And look, we came to previous resistance, which is exactly where this wick stopped, which is crazy. Like, I'll zoom in this and show you what I'm talking about, but it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. Look at this. Like, that's exactly where the wick hit, right there. And that's exactly where this wick hits. It just, someone had big orders right there. They looked at that wick and they were like, bing, I'm going to do it right there. I'm going to sell it. Pretty funny to me. Pretty interesting, you know. VThor looking nice. No, we didn't. We take a look at Reef. Let's take a look at Reef. My baby, man. My baby. Hoping Reef goes to the moon, you know. I got a lot riding on Reef. I do, man. And it's hard, you know. I have that patience. You got to have the patience. I sit and wait. I wait with this Reef for a long time. And you got to have the patience with Reef. You really do. Takes a little bit. Takes a little bit. So, Reef, USDT. Cup and handle though, man, right? And it's only a matter of time. You've guys seen these cup and handles. So I buy these handles and I hold on for dear life. And eventually, They fly. I mean, you've seen them. You've seen many a cup and handle now on the channel do its damage. So we're just waiting on Reef, man. Slowly consolidating. And again, what we talk about, the end of that cup is usually the falling wedge on the 4 hour. And the last 25% is interacting with what? The 200-day moving average. And we discuss this over and over and over and over again. But I will discuss it every single day until you guys learn it and get it into your heads. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. 62 people watching, 62 likes. It's funny. What happens is the likes come up and the watches come down, and then we match. And it happens all the time, and it's awesome. Reef sucks. I'm not going to lie. Really? Why? Why would you say that? Damn. What's your sell target for Reef? Right up here, probably around 6 cents. I'm going to sell maybe a quarter, but I would like to sell most of my Reef around 20, 30 cents. It's going to see this wick. I want to get all the way back up to this top of this wick here, which is about 30 cents on the dot. So, yeah, I have a sell order there. We'll definitely have some resistance when we finally get there, but it's only a matter of time. I'm worried about Reef, brother. 10 billion total could airdrop and drops its price like it happened to 1 inch. I don't worry about stuff like that, man. I look at the TA and I look at the cup and handle, and cup and handles break to the upside. Yeah, I don't read all the nonsense. I really don't even know what you're talking about. Let me show you the last cup and handle for Reef, even though here's the last cup and handle, and this happened when everyone said that Reef had bad circulating supply. There was a lot of FUD. I'm being honest. This was when Reef had more FUD than it does now. Horrible FUD. People were running their mouth. Oh, Reef is done. And look at the cup and handle, and look what it did. So the news said everything was nonsense. They said it had a diluted circulating supply, but look, what did the cup and handle say? The cup and handle said, I'm going to break to the upside and do my damage. And so we're in the same thing here now. Cup and handle. There's our cup. There's our handle. Say it ain't so. And we're going to do damage. I'm a TA trader, man. I trade on the TA. I don't really listen to the news. I know it's so crazy, but I don't. I mean, again, of course, if something gets hacked, it gets hacked. I'm not oblivious to the outside world here. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, TA will fight through the hack. No, I'm not that whack, But but what I do want to tell you guys is, you can't. I don't worry. I'm worried about Reef. Then maybe you put too much money in it. I only put what I'm willing to lose, and I let it run. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But that's a position that I'm willing to play. Okay. So, hey, maybe Reef won't work out. You never know. You never know. But I'm willing to take a shot on Reef, right? I'm willing to take a shot. NEAR doing its thing, too. NEAR. Look at this. We gave you this NEAR idea. Inverted head and shoulders. Said, watch NEAR. It's going to go, look, and it went straight up. Straight out to the first target. On its way to the second target. Gains on NEAR. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All I did was make an inverted head and shoulder. Drew a neckline and said it's probably going to break out. It's another call on NEAR, man. Gave it to you guys here on the channel. Okay. You could also pull this up. Inverted, and it's a bit of a ascending triangle. There's another call. They're all over the place, scattered throughout. Let's talk about Nano, okay? Let's talk about Nano. Shout out to Sandu, who talks about Nano in my channel every single day. I didn't mean to piss you off the other day, but I was just like, this is a guy, I love him, but all he does, and he's giving me Nano, so I can't be mad at him. But all he does is talk about Nano, like, to the point where, like, it's as if there's no other coin in existence. And I get it. Like, Nano could be the best thing on earth. It's free. It's eco-friendly. Like, I think Nano actually really is what we want. Like, Nano is what we're looking for. A decentralized, free, like, I'm with them 100%. There's a lot of amazing things with Nano, but there's also a lot of amazing things with Band Protocol and Atom and the ecosystem, right? Will Chili's hit $1? I think it will. Wise words, never put in too much. Yeah, 1 inch did an airdrop as soon as it hit $5 and knocked my bags. Went from 9 to 143. Circulating increase. Yeah, but 1 inch. I don't know, man. And my bags went from 95 to 100. Circulation increase. Yeah, you worry, man. You worry about the airdrops. You worry about these things, but you got to look at the overall project too. Like, what were you in 1 inch for? Just a quick pump and dump? Or you trying to make, like, what was your plan? Did you have a plan? And obviously, whenever I hear someone ever bring up words of worry, anxiety, to me, it's just like there was no plan. Yeah, but dude, they did a drop for people that are participating in their community. Yeah, and a lot of people stake that. And now they're earning rewards on that, and they're selling those rewards, and they're creating an ecosystem. I told you guys to buy Graph anytime it was below $1.80. I said it was a steal. I went over it so many times. I honestly, like every single day, I said, I'm telling you, the Graph is getting implemented. It has deals. Look, another 4-hour chart with the last 25%, with the 200-day moving average aligned. I just can't bring this stuff up. I can't be more as transparent as I can. And watch, this is going to be your next big mover. It's going to do a CHZ. It's going to do what a lot of people are going to, oh, wow, look at this. It's going to make some moves. People are going to talk about this. The Graph's going to do damage. It's going to be some big moves. Now, it is going to go sideways for 2 to 3 days, but watch for this weekend. I see fireworks this weekend because the daily and the 4 hours are going to be set, and I see fireworks this weekend. I'm telling you. I can just gauge how much these oscillators move, and I see when we're going to have most of the big moves. And it looks like, you know, even Thursday, Friday night, we could see some big moves. So look at this. Keeper BNB just continues to dump, man. What a bad trade. Whoever made this trade, one of the worst trades that you could ever make in your life. Don't bet against BNB, dude. Especially with some random coin. Like, to the dumps, man. Zoinks donated 5. LBC. Shout out to Zoinks, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. LBC. Library credits on Bittrex. Okay, let's look at the BTC pair, but I'd also like to look at the USDT pair and see what it's doing. My suggestion is to download the Smart Chain wallet and participate in their Binance aggregator so you can get the airdrop as well if they do one for the community. I participated in governance to make the platform better, honestly. It felt good to get rewarded for being part of the community. I participated in governance too on the 1inch platform, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Could you explain? Flow, man. XRT, Flow. Let's take a look at those too. I got you, Coste. I got you, Fernas. Let's take a look at LBC USDT. All right. Similar into the same pattern as we saw that with MFT, kind of this dump coming up, but it's forming these new moves. And you could almost say it's like in these, you know, it's in these big pennants. Symmetrical triangles in a way. But it's also in these channels. You know, you can't take away that it's in this beautiful channel here doing its thing. And now it is also interacting with the 200-day moving average and making its way on up. This is only 16 cents, and I like what I see here, library credits. And I believe this is going to go to the upside. So this is what I see happening for this. If you hold it for 2 to 3 weeks, again, you need to be patient in every one of these. As you can see, you set your seeds and you wait for them to blow. Wait for them to grow. Wait for them to blow. But this is what you want to do. And this can break all the way up to about 56.66% gain. So I see LBC doing some damage and making its way on up. So what's the EGLD Z-Swap promotion that was in Telegram? That's a big deal, right? Looks pretty cool. Looks like we're going to see some big stuff out of that. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you for the 70 likes. Shout out to everyone here, man. Thank you for coming on it. What's the EGLD Z-Swap promotion that was in the Telegram flow? My suggestion is to download the Smart Chain wallet. I participated in governance to make the platform. Yeah, dude, they did a drop for people that are participating in their community. Now, I know 1inch was great. So after the cup and handle, prices go up. Yes, they do, Brody. Yes, they do, Brody Mileham. Yep. First one's to an airdrop. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Wow, man, you guys are awesome. These comments are amazing. I'm really loving it. This is what it's all about, really. So let's take a look at flow. Yeah, so I see this going all the way up to about 26 cents, man, from 16 cents. Just in the short term, and then probably, you know, consolidating and continuing up. But look at it. It's been on a complete tear. Look at this thing. I mean, it just does the same thing over and over again. It pumps, it dumps down. 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 What do you think it's going to do? It's going to pump. The pumps look bigger each time, too. So this thing is growing. Many projects coming soon. I like this library credit thing. This thing's interesting. Let's take a look at Flow. Flow's been coming across my radar, and now I need to know what it is. I need to know what's going on with Flow. Flow on Kraken, Flow on Bittrex. So, you know, a lot of coins are blowing up on Bittrex, I'm seeing, which is pretty interesting to me. I was an old Bittrex guy. Wow, so Flow making this big move, coming from the upside up to the top now. This looks like library credits too, just kind of moving its way, doing its thing, and it's in that falling wedge, about to break to the upside. Now, this one is one of the few coins where the 4 hour is low. So we saw a lot of other coins following trends on Binance, but this is on Bittrex doing something different. And you can see 4 hours low on this. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily still has a little room to go too. We're kind of creeping on up, but we're not done yet. Touching this moving average, we'd like to get above. We want to see these smaller moving averages cross the 200. So this has a lot of room to grow. I mean, this is where things just begin, honestly. So the flow BTC chart, this thing has a lot of room to go. Let's see where the last time you could have got flow BTC was in April of 2015. So this has been around a long time, FLO. Interesting. I mean, the BTC pair is looking like it's starting to make a bigger move. Like just in the last, look, week or so, had you tried to call the bottom on this, which is I wouldn't suggest, but you would have made 400%. Look at that. See, people don't even realize what's going on in these micro cap little mini little areas, right? People making serious funds. 24 sats just went to 142 sats and no one even noticed. Are you uploading to Odyssey to earn library? Then you submit your vote. For example, decay of the time is a slider that lets you select the time between 1 and 5 minutes. Basically, you get a portion of your votes for the amount of coins you've staked. You click on the DAO and you can choose things like swap fees, decay time, and referral rewards once you click on a choice. For example, decay time, there's a slider that lets you select the time between 1 and 5 minutes. Interesting. So what should we vote? What you want? I'll vote with you. You tell me what to vote right now, and we'll vote together. All right. In a second, we're gonna do a 1-inch vote. We're gonna show you how to vote with governance on the 1-inch exchange. Shout out to my man for helping me through this awesome stuff, Pawnage. Thank you for all your awesome additions to the channel and your knowledge. Really appreciate it. Engine coin doing damage, man. Doing damage, absolutely. Ah, what a beautiful day, man. It's finally breaking. Spring is breaking, guys. One of the first days in my area, it's going to be in the 50-degree area. It's going to feel like, oh my God, it's been so long since I've had weather like that. Months. It's been freezing cold where I live. Snow has been on the ground every second of the day. So look, I'm in the DAO. Take a look at the DAO. I'll show you my governance. I'm staking 505 of these puppies, 508 in the governance pool. And so I hit here and you're saying remaining votes. And it's saying current value, net value, voting, voting power, voting balance, remove votes. So I just don't know what I'm doing. You know, I have no idea what I'm doing. And decay time. Okay, so I'll vote here, right? But I'm paying to vote, aren't I? Like, that's what I'm doing. Referral rewards. I voted for a larger referral reward of 6% to try to get more people into the platform. I like that idea. I like that idea. Transaction taking forever. That's probably up here, that's why. Whatever, it's Binance Smart Chain. It's usually not a lot, so it's cool, right? So I voted there. Now we go back here and you said referral rewards. Okay, yeah. 6%. I like 7%. Let's up the ante a little bit. Okay, so this is cool, man. We're voting with the 1-inch token with our referral rewards. And 1-inch is, you know, there's some good and bad things about it on the staking. There could have better rewards in my opinion. It is what it is, right? But you know, let me just show you what we're doing here. We have a pool. We joined the BNB 1-inch pool. Please take a look at SPI, mid-low cap $1 million supply. Let's take a look at that. SPI, mid-low cap. Okay. First of all, let's go find out what it really is. SPI, right? Shopping. This is what we're talking about. Market cap 46 million. Is this what we're talking about? SPI? I think this is what you mean, right? Let's take a look. Thank you so much for the super chat. Levi 502 up in the spot. Takes a little bit for it to come on through. I see it first, but then it pops on through. Should wait for it to pop on through. Okay, cool. It's on Uniswap. It's on the 1inch exchange. Okay, so it's hard to find. This thing is new. Okay, I see what you're saying. A lot of new coins coming up on Uniswap that aren't anywhere else, right? You can only get them kind of on these dexes. Interesting. The live shopping price today, top exchanges. Sometimes it tells you what it is, but today, or am I getting it? Rakuten's customers can now use Bitcoin for shopping. Japanese retail Rakuten has integrated a crypto wallet with its payment app, enabling customers to directly load and convert their Bitcoin holdings for use into everyday spending. Shout out to Rakuten getting up in the spot. They also have a deal with SHR. So that kind of puts SHR on the spotlight, in my opinion. So SPI, interesting. Might have to find DEX tools on this. Hard to see. You can look at this chart, which isn't the best, but you can see what's going on here. 1 month chart kind of forming a cup and handle. So you look at the large cup, there's your handle. So cup and handle for this looks like it's about to break to the upside. You can see it. I know it's insane that I'm just doing it like that, but you can see that's a clear cup and handle, guys. It really is. Let's take a look if we can find it here. It might be on TradingView. They've been doing good with these Uniswap pairs, but there it is. Spice, no. Shopping, right there for wrapped ETH. Okay. And let's see how we did by just looking at it the way we did that, right? Now, the daily, you can't see it. This thing is brand spanking new. Take a look at the 7-minute chart. Wow, I got like, it's like really hard. 1 minute chart. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to move on, man. It's taking a little long for me to get this up. But a brand new coin, we'll have to look at it. I guess it's on my radar now. We'll tell people about it. Watch this shopping for ETH. Seems to be moving pretty well. It's only 0.2 ETH, right? So 1 ETH would be about what? 180 bucks, 0.1. So 0.01 is 18. So what is it? $36? Am I right there? Is that? We take a look at ETH. ETH is sitting at how much is ETH? Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's an overhyped coin, $50. Anyway, I can't see any information on this, and I want to move on. So sorry, kind of slowed us down. How's 1inch growth and volume been? Seems like it's not as hype as Uniswap. I just think I know that it's going to be valued, and I like the DEX. The DEX is amazing. You know, I'm actually going to spotlight it soon on my channel and talk about it. Look at the DEX. I mean, they got to get the dashboard up and running though. This coming soon stuff, they got to stop this nonsense. Like either make it or break it, dude. You know what I'm saying? But the pools, the analytics, the farming, I just like it better. I really like the user experience, the flashy buttons, the colors, right? I can't wait for the dashboard to come out and really show you what's going down. So I like everything that I'm seeing here. I do. It's interesting to say the least. So I believe this is just so much funner and it's easier. Like, look, you can limit order in eventually, right? They should get that up and running too, or not put it up there. I like that they're kind of leading us to water, but I don't like that. Those things I don't like. But what I do like is I just like the user experience. I like what it says, what's in my wallet. And this is going up. I mean, this was at 508. Now it's at 523. I am gaining 1 inch over slowly over time, right? There's already what about there's about 15 15 more 1 inch than I had before. That's not too bad. So this is slowly earning, doing its thing. You don't have to be too greedy. You don't have to get thousands of percent every single time. Okay, some people on my channel talking about the smokehouse, getting into the smokehouse, things of that nature. You know, I don't know. Right now I'm a little weary of the APYs. A lot of them have kind of crashed and done some shady things, so want to watch them, want to be careful of these high API projects on Binance Smart Chain. But I'm still very bullish on FTM and Lit breaking. Let's take a look at Phantom. Is Phantom really breaking? That's funny. I'll tell you if Phantom's breaking because I have a large position, and I'll tell you if I'm up or not. That's how I'll tell you if Phantom's breaking. I'll know if Phantom's breaking. So far, so good. Account's higher than it was before I went to bed, which is always a great sign, right? That's how you know life is good too. You don't run and look at your account right in the morning. And you're right. You're right. Phantom is doing damage. Phantom is doing its thing. And I knew, you know, we should get into Phantom. make a move. Yes. My call on Phantom, another move. I love Phantom. It's the gift that keeps on giving, right? So we'll keep rocking with Phantom, man, because it likes to pay us. And I like Phantom. You're right. Phantom doing damage. From our 833 Satoshi buy all the way up to 948 Satoshi, up 13%. And Phantom is probably just getting started. So, yeah, on the ETH aggregator, the limit order is there. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Overhyped. It's just getting started. That's what I think. I think he's talking about something else, man. I think he's talking about something else. When are you planning to get out of Phantom? Well, I'll take a look at. I get out of the measured moves. Phantom really likes to get sold off kind of at the measured move pretty well. So when I look at Phantom and I say, where are we at? Okay. So there it goes, right? We were just at 47, and there it goes. And all you have to do is literally you draw this wedge. Bam. Here's a smaller trade, and you can see Phantom has a lot of room to go, even right now. But here's my idea for Phantom. Once it's in the 618.5 Fibonacci, it was not going to sit here too long. It was making a bowl too, and I believe it's going to go all the way up here. My target for Phantom is $1.14, and that's when I would take my profit up in the $1.14 region. You could sell half here at the previous high at 84, or sell a quarter. There'll be a little bit of pain there. Maybe get back in on a bounce to the Fibonacci level, and then it will rip again. But it could rip right through it too. And if it does, then it's going to go into price discovery. And I see 114 as its next level. Okay, its next level of resistance. That's just a measured move out of this. So yeah, Phantom, man, doing damage. We talk about Phantom. I went over Phantom with both of my tutoring sessions last night over and over again. We talk about Phantom on the channel every day. Went over Phantom this morning. Went over Phantom. We went over Phantom. Talk about it. We love Phantom. It's making big moves, and we took Phantom for a ride up in here, and we're back in Phantom for more. So shout out to anyone who got into Phantom, and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live, man. You guys rock. XRT, when are you planning to get out of Phantom? Let's take a look. XRT Exotri, is that what it is? Exotri, Robonomics on Huobi or Uniswap for ETH. Did you get it for BETH? It's on Huobi for USDT. We'll look at for the ETH pair. Most people probably bought it on Uniswap, want to see how it's doing. So this thing looks a lot like SHR, how it's just slowly kind of making this slow way to the downside, but it's forming a strong support region. And these are higher lows despite how small they are, right? Like low, higher low, higher low. So we're doing something. It's just taking its time. It's taking its time, right? And that's why you really want to sell these pumps, because then you got to wait so long, right? Depending on the coin too, you know, like Theta, you're not going to wait so long, right? But this coin, look, it's starting to be at the end of its run. Looks like it's going to want to come back to that all-time high. Have a little resistance here, and there, right? But yeah, I see this is something worth holding, you know, but you know, it's just kind of like, yeah, you know, you want to sell half these, at least half on the pump, and then you can walk away. And that way you don't even care. You'll let the position ride, and then maybe you buy back in here. But when you have to hold the whole position down here, you're in pins and needles for days and weeks, and it really is not how you want to be trading. Now, right now, the 4-hour looks really good though. MACD is about to have a cross, which I like, and the stochastics are low and about to point to the upside. So this is another one that's actually looking better than the other coins we've been looking at on Binance, right? It's kind of looks like it's about to break to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing here. We want to make sure it breaks above. We're also getting, is there a possible golden cross could be occurring? If we get this 50-day moving average to cross the 200. Let's see if we got one. Yeah, we're getting really close. We're getting really close. 1 hour does want to reset, so it's going to come down, have a little bit of a slow motion. Stall out for the afternoon, maybe late into tonight. But I definitely see this still continuing to the upside. Yeah, show me FTM, 100 USD right away. Now they are like 120 USD. There you go, man. Phantom, baby. Phantom. Yo, yeah. How you look at price discovery phases? What are the things you look for? I just use, you know, you can use Fibonacci extensions, which work pretty well. A lot of people are using them, so they work. But the measured move to me just nails it. Some big guy who has a lot of money. Some whale is using the measured move all day, because the measured move for me is happening all the time. All the time. Like, here's my next measured move for 1 inch up to 881. Only a matter of time. You're going to see 1 inch break its previous resistance and just continue on up. And it's going to get into price discovery, and it's gone. I mean, it's so close to price discovery. 630 and it's gone. So tell you to watch this AVAX and accumulate it, man. I'm telling you, a lot of the things I say, they take like a few weeks for them to really fully occur. But watch AVAX, man. It's in the hidden. It's got hidden and bullish divergence on that daily. Tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. I go over this all the time. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. If you can do this, I would start accumulating right away in this area, because it's telling me that the trend will continue and we're going to have a big green candle coming. Yo, my man, late again. Most likely we'll watch the whole thing tonight. Anyways, no worries, JK Animation. Thank you so much for coming on into the live stream and joining me. And appreciate you sharing your most precious asset with me, which is your time. Can we get up to 100 likes? Is it possible? Bitcoin straight to 60K, Ethereum to 3,500. Best investment of 2021. This is the biggest crypto opportunity for Bitcoin ever. Key Bitcoin breakout. Everyone's all about this big Bitcoin pump, taking advantage of the clickbait. What do you think of Zilliqua? I love Zilliqua. I have a nice big gold bag of Zilliqua. Shout out to all my Patreons who are in my Patreon. And shout out to everyone here. Thank you guys so much for joining and being a part of the live stream. It's not a true live stream unless you guys are in here interacting with me and we're going back and forth. And that's what makes us one big happy family. So really, really thank you. Could you look at H-bar? We'll take a look at H-bar for sure. We're going to jump into Zilliqua real quick. So Zilliqua doing its thing. It's in that same pattern as MFT, right? This down motion and then coming back on up and making its way on out. So I like what we're seeing for Zilliqua. And it hit my target initially, right? Again, how did I get that target? It was the measured move of the pennant. I had this pennant here, drawn nicely. I had taken the length of my pole and swung it up. And that told me where the price was going to bounce. And I sold right there. Even though there was in price discovery and we had no idea where it was going to go, I figured it out by using the measured move. So I can see this continuing to the upside and breaking its all-time high at 1580 and not too long from now. So watch Zilliqua, man, about to do some damage. About to do damage. We started buying Zilliqua a little late. I should have been buying it at 2 cents, 3 cents. I limped in around 6 cents. So only did 100% so far in Zilliqua. And to me, that tells me there's so much more to go, because to only make 100% is a little strange in this game. There's a lot going down. Also, we see that hidden bullish divergence yet again. Swing up to swing up on this little section. If we take these same points, we have swing down to swing down, and the price will continue to the upside. So, hey, if you guys stay till the end, maybe I'll show you the baby. I'll show you a little baby. I'll show you my baby on the live. If you guys give me 100 likes, I'll show you the baby. You see my little baby. I bought 100K Zilliqua for $100. That's amazing, man. That's a good idea. Mr. Shrek, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone there on the live. Goober Gamers, what do you think of Zilliqua? Baby Lifer, yeah. If I get 100 likes, I'll reveal Baby Lifer. 100 likes, I'll reveal Baby Lifer. But we have to get 100 likes. Can you check XEM? Yes, we can. This is NEM, right? Yeah, NEM for BTC. What do you want? The BTC pair? You guys got to tell me if you want the USDT pair or the BTC pair. You let me know, man. Here's them doing its thing, doing damage. And what I like is if you sold it off at the top, it's going to come and want to kiss this 21-day moving average. And this is beautiful. So let's go to the 4-hour to get a little more cleaner look at this pattern. I like what I'm seeing for this. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite patterns in the whole game. I just love it. It's making that clean pennant, man, you know, and maybe it'll just kind of do its thing a little more, but it's making that beautifully clean pennant. Only a matter of time before this thing goes to the moon, kid. To the moon. And wow, I see this doing damage. That's my new word today. Doing damage. I see it doing damage. Damage on them. Bang. 70 cents. This thing is going to the moon. We have 2 resistance points and then we were gone, man. We are gone. So shout out to whoever put this on my radar. I like what it looks like on the 4-hour. It tells me that the breakout is imminent on the 4-hour. Coming. Daily also has room to grow with the stochastic. So this is a nice pick, man. Despite the pump it already had, it's retraced a little bit. This thing's ready to rock. Thoughts on when to start taking profits this bull run? We go over that on the Patreon. On the Patreon, I'm going to do exclusive workshops of when to take profits. I know it's $25 a month, but I'm going to really put some effort into showing you guys what to do. What you want to do is you want to look at total too. We're going to look at the pi cycle of Bitcoin. We have nothing else to go to but the logarithmic pi cycle of Bitcoin. If you really want to know what's going down, the video that I put out the other day, that video is timeless. And of course, right? But I want to show you this video because it's timeless. And what I did in this video was I kind of snuck something in there that probably should be like a bigger video. That's my issue, is I sneak like prime amazing content and I hide it in like places and I don't get the views that I should be getting. But if you want to look at the logarithmic entire view of Bitcoin, I do it here on this live stream, and I break down like where Bitcoin's going to go and how we're going to figure out the top of Bitcoin completely, which is not easy. But so yeah, so just kind of break that down for you guys. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna figure it out. All right, I'll hop into the Patreon. The amount of value I got from you, bro, has trumped the year of studying. Thank you so much, Tenacious Tim, man. That means a lot to me. Do you have a roadmap for the Patreon posts? Wondering what the upcoming plans are. Yeah, what I want to do, right, is I want to start a video chat, right? So I'm gonna put out a video, private video for my Patreons today, later on today, like an introduction hello video. Then I also am going to start making like actual a course, and every day is going to be a few more videos added to the course. And if you're paying the Patreon, you get the course, you know, you get access to that course. And so that's something I'm going to be doing. And I'm also going to just be doing, you know, other more updated posts, and you're going to get links and things of that nature. So if you in a Discord, a live Discord twice a month, I'm going to do a live Discord. We can answer any of your questions and just do like a live tutoring for anyone that really wants to learn. So, wow, you know, if we can get to 100 likes, man, I'll bring that baby out like freaking, you know, like the Lion King, like Simba, you know. Man, can't wait for that course. Hype. So there you go. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's it, man. That's what we're going to be doing. Now it's 11:30. We're going to get into some of the news, see what's happening for Bitcoin. And we're going to jump on out. Can you check Zem Twitter? They launched new mainnet 2 days ago, plus a wallet. That's a good idea. I like that. They're smart. You just want to put out the news, huh? You want to put out the news. He's a Nem shill. That's cool. I get it. What's your favorite altcoin pick right now? Let's see what people said on the Martini. I like to see that. Martini guy's Twitter, right? I unboxed a 23,000 Pokemon card from Logan Paul. Is Pokemon better store value than Bitcoin? Wow, $23,000 Pokemon card. What is your favorite altcoin pick? That's nuts. I want this tweet here, and I want to read what people are saying. Curio for today, low market cap, AMA with BitBoy at 6 p.m. today. Curio. Okay, interesting. Bonjour, sir. Do you have any thoughts? Alpha. It probably will pump after it gets on to BitBoy. Alpha's pumping pretty well, too. Low cap altcoin that's looking the least 10x is YFDAI. Look at that, man. 44 seconds ago. SSGD airdrop is happening soon for stakers and holders of YFDAI. Launchpad is launching their first project, Impulse Vend. Huge potential to prevent rug pulls, swap coins, provide liquidity, and farm coins, man. YFDAI making some big moves. Let's take a look at my baby YFDAI. It was a pick I gave out a while back on my channel. We started buying YFDAI at its infancy, around $1,500. I mean, we should have gotten even earlier, technically, but we got in nonetheless at the right time. Let's take a look at YFDAI. It was making some extreme moves the other day, to say the least. So let's take a look at what we see here. Now you can go to charts.cointrader.pro. I like to put that in the link here, and you guys can use this. This is free. Yeah, didn't launch yet in 2 days. Can't wait for that course. What are you talking about? Didn't launch too? Let me know. Let me know what you guys are saying, because so much comes in, and you guys have great information, and I don't want to lose it. I'd also like to do Coin Talk tonight. If anyone wants to come back, live stream tonight. If we hit if we hit 80 likes, I'll come back tonight for some coin talk, and it'll be pretty cool too. We can do some coin talk. I just want to find out what the gems are. 100 likes for you to spit some bars. Interesting. That's hilarious. So look at this. This is a cup and handle. Look at that. Beautiful cup and handle, and it's starting to make its way up out of the channel. And this looks like it's going to go all the way to about $9,500 in my cup and handle. So YFDI about to do some damage, man. Look at this. And it's holding levels, right? It's at, oh, did it come back down? It's at 61. It did go all the way to $6,900. Wow. 6,900 was the high. Unbelievable. And I just continue to hold through these ups and downs, right? Regardless, and stake and just, you know, just patiently wait to get paid. Patiently wait for the money to roll in. And it's not easy, right? Every day watching it up and down, but just waiting and waiting. And YFDI, man, look, it ripped to the all-time high of $6,860 on March 9th, about 13 hours ago. Its all-time low is 1,020, right? For the year, this thing is up unbelievably amount at 199. You got to get it at 199 really when it came out. It's like the lowest I see it for. I read about Unifund, decentralized hedge fund. Have you ever looked into Fetch? Yeah, I love Fetch. I trade Fetch a lot. There's some hidden gems out there. Yeah, tonight around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I'd like to do just like after I put my daughter to bed, 8:30 to 9:30, I'd like to do just a coin dive, and I'd like to write down what coins, and I want to just talk coins. Undervalued gem is SRK. You guys keep telling me about SRK. And what really got into me was about SRK was, let's take a look, wasn't the market cap. I believe it was the market cap. 137 million now. There was another one that I really liked with a smaller market cap. See, there's so much flowing through my head lately all the time. Unifund, yeah, let's take a look at FET. Let's see what's going on with FET, because FET is one of my favorite coins to trade. I've made a lot of money in and out of FET in my time, and it's funny just thinking about FET. Shout out to anyone who got into the GRT trade with me. We're going to ride this thing to the top, baby. And the 180s are kind of in the dumps. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Shout out to anyone who got into Phantom with me. We're going to ride that to the top, right? Been talking about that for days now. Plan on that very well. Look out for Filecoin. Filecoin's probably about to do some damage as well. It's only a matter of time till it breaks that all-time high up at the 53 area and begins to do some serious moves to the upside. Electronium, one of an oldie but goodie. Will I ever get my coins back from Cryptopia? That's where all my Electronium was. It would be pretty cool one day to just like get back my Electronium and be like, wow, like it's actually just worth some money now, you know? I remember it was worth like 27 cents at one point, and it had like 3,000, maybe even $4,000 of it. Not anymore, right? Frontier doing its thing. Let's take a look at Frontier for the BUSD2 pair. Now, this is starting to make its way on out of a larger falling wedge, kind of the second wedge. We have these wedges with the second wedge, but it's kind of a double bottom as well. Do you have another nice yield farming liquidity stake picks besides Pancake and 1inch that are not running on the ETH mainnet? Yeah, I have a bunch of them, and I'll show you how to find them. Okay, so what you do is you want to go to BSC Gems, all right, which I actually am, and I'm here, and you go to the announcements and BSC promotions, and these are just places where, see, the Belt IFO is going to come out. This is where you don't miss things. And then today, at 7 a.m., the top 20, EXF, OACT, Kiwi, McBase, right? And you got 50%, 60%, not as big, but look, 133, 122% gains. Sugar Pie, Egg is doing damage. Why, Bull? Egg seems to be well monitored. Crow is looking like it's done well too. Crow Finance. Beefy is doing well. So you check on out. I'll show you. I like Egg and Crow right now at the moment. I really do. If I was going to pick one or have to go into one, it would be Egg. I'm actually kind of like really interested in what this like layer 2 farming is for Egg Finance or Goose DeFi. It's like they changed. It's Goose Finance, GooseDeFi.com. They got rid of Goose.finance. Do you have any other nice yield? Yeah, too late to get into Phantom. I don't think it's too late. Phantom's about to rip. Now, when you ask if it's too late, this is what you guys need to do. So if you see something pump, all right? So let's go back to Phantom. That's a great question. Is it too late to get into Phantom? We go over this a lot on the channel. So you see in something pump, and right now you're looking at it on the 1 hour, and like you can't get in. I said never chase a green candle, right? So you're like, okay, so you got to go to the 7 minute. And you got to see if you can find one of the patterns that we talk about all the time. And you can see, okay, you know, maybe even the 5 minute. And I don't use these a lot to trade. Like, don't make this your way you're trading. But if you're trying to find a position, do something like this. And now if we hold this level and we start to form this pattern, it would be a pretty good idea that this is forming a bull flag. And you could jump on in on this 5 minute candle and just use the bottom of the pennant. Do the same thing I talk about. Wait for the MACD to turn, wait for the stochastics to point up, and then get in at the bottom of the pattern. Put a stop loss below the 21-day moving average and let it ride. You know, it is the 5 minute. It's a little sketchy. You could get stopped out. This isn't the greatest solution. You know, my solution is to buy the bottom of the pattern and to start accumulating when I discuss it, not when it's starting to pump already. Like, we get in these things days before they pump. We set the trap, we get in, we build a position, and then we watch it flourish and turn into money. That's what we do here on the channel every single day, right? And we have the trades to prove it. We have the trades to prove it. Right here, here's the phantom trade, live and direct, right in front of you. Bam, right there. I made it at 3 a.m., right? 1 a.m., one buy, and another one at 11:57. So one at 10 last night, and the one at 3:09, 3 at 1 a.m. last night. And we made two buys, both up. One up to 139, one up 146. And we're about to ride phantom again on another move. And these are profits from phantom. So phantom on phantom. I want to talk about coins at 8 p.m. Let's say you want to get into phantom and the USDT pair rose, but the BTC pair is still down. Wouldn't it be more profitable to get into the BTC pair then, or am I missing something? Well, I'm in the BTC pair because I want to gain BTCs, but they're both up pretty much considerably the same. So a lot of times if it rips up really well, I mean, it's going to beat the Bitcoin pair, right? It's going to rip against Bitcoin, so it's going to be a good sign. So look, I'm in the BTC pair. I bought this for BTC, phantom BTC. I'm trying to gain more Bitcoin. We got into 833 sats. Now it's at 948 sats. I gained 150 sats per coin. I could sell right now, and I made me some sats, right? I made 257, right? I made $139 worth of sats. I made $150 worth of sats. That's amazing. You know how much more money that's going to be just in the next few months? That's going to triple when Bitcoin triples. So if you made USD, you just make USD $150. But if you make $150 in Bitcoin, you're actually making like $300 because you know that the Bitcoin is going to go up even more. So that's why you want to trade in the Bitcoin pair and not in the USDT pair, because you're trading in something that's going to appreciate in value. How do you ladder your profit levels? It's simple. You can go actually here on 3 commas. You can hit take profit here, and you can hit split targets. And what you can do is you can say, okay, I want to do a 10%. I want to sell 25% here, and I want to sell that. And then you hit add take profit, and then you continue that, right? Shout out to Peaky for the donation. SEC $50, man. Thank you very much. It looks like $50. So I'm going to tell everyone that was a $50 super chat. Can you buy the Phantom USD and sell it as Phantom BTC? Yes, you can. You can. And that's the same idea. And you'll end up with more Bitcoin in the end. So you could do that. You could do that. You may lose a percentage here and there. It may not go perfectly as well. But yes, you can do that. And sometimes I've done that as well. Like take some profits and then just buy some BTC USD with the profit. Right? So yeah, you can go back and forth, but yet again, it's another trade. Remember that. So you're paying the fee for that trade. So, you're just kind of adding on, and you may have slippage in percentage. So just those two things you want to watch out for, because it's not going to be perfect, right? So can you buy the Phantom and sell it as Phantom BTC? I'm not sure, but shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been an amazing time. I'm going to look into some of the news now for Bitcoin. Just want to see the Bitcoin news. I'm curious as well as you guys are every single day. After I do this, I do a bunch of other things. So I kind of walk away from the computer, give myself a moment. So decision time. The dollar could impact Bitcoin. Trend dramatically. Bitcoin price is back trending upward after reclaiming. I looked at the dollar index today, guys. We're in good shape. Pivotal $1 trillion market cap level with the new all-time high in sight. The only factor could have a dramatic impact on the current crypto market trend could have the reversal in the dollar. I don't see the dollar reversing like that. We looked at it pretty thoroughly, right? It's now decision time, and what happens to the dollar in the next 24 to 40 hours is especially critical for the continued bull run. The last year has amongst the worst in the dollar's history, seeing a historic decline in the face of the continued debasement by the U.S. government. As more stimulus packages are approved, the overall fiat money supply continues to balloon and swell to unprecedented proportions. With the value of the dollar in decline, investors have sought to put capital in the stock market and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. What's going to happen is they're going to print so much money, they're going to punish the savers. If you save money, there's going to be a 0 to negative interest rate, or even just a 0 interest rate. So people are getting, and there's inflation because they're printing so much money, you're losing your purchasing power. So you're forced to put your money somewhere other than a savings account because you're going to lose money putting it in a savings account. Before, savings was safe. Now savings is actually a risk because, does that make sense to you guys? You guys understand what's happening? So people are forced to get into the stock market. The bubble that we're seeing right now is not a needed bubble. It's people who have no idea what else to do. So they're getting heavily into the stock market. Here, Sponge is doing well too. This Sponge and Soak, I've been looking at that too. Then there's Jet Fuel. Jet Fuel was doing pretty good for me. The DVT pool, Hyper DAO. And you can see every day they put out the top coins that are coming. Stake Cake, Earn Ramp. Ramp is coming on the BS Smart Chain, right? Stake Cake, Earn Ramp. So Ramp is coming out. I was looking at Ramp before this came out too, which is pretty cool. Beefy Pulse, 2 networks, Venus, PancakeSwap, Beefy Finance, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Aave, Uniswap, and Yearn Finance. Statistics. Getting up there, man. PancakeSwap getting up there with Uniswap, $3.8 billion. Pretty interesting, right? SoftBank strategic investment in JGN. Interesting. So, sorry here, guys. So look at this stuff. There's some weird stuff going on, but this is the Binance Smart Chain news. SafePal and AutoFarm AMA. We're going to live an AutoFarm. SafePal and AutoFarm. Okay. Slime. People talk about Slime Finance a lot. I've been seeing this over and over again. Slime Finance. All right. A few people are like, oh, I've been doing slime for a while. Someone's like, what? Yeah, I've been in the slime pools. People are like, what are you doing? What is my son doing? You know, there's like little kids. He's like, yeah, I've been in the slime pool. My grandma gave me some money from my bat mitzvah. I'm in the slime pool. People are like, what is my son doing online with those crypto people? Those dirty crypto people. So let's take a look at their pools, their farms, what's going on. 865% APY. 0 deposit fees for your slime. Slime's at $8.68. Okay. Referrals. Certic audit in progress. So it's doing a Certic audit. That's a good sign that there shouldn't be a rug pool. Usually if they spend the money for the Certic audit, they don't want a rug pool. The Slime BUSD pool is earning you 1900% APY. That's not bad. If you just stake, you're making 800%. It's not bad. It's comparable to the smoke farm. Not bad. So there's a slime stake, right? Now, what about Jet Fuel Finance or Jet Fuel? It's called like Jet Fuel Finance, I believe it was called. Yeah, jetfuel.finance. They had some serious Volt action going on. Let's take a look at it's still up where it's at. Yeah, 3,700% APY on your F-16 Fighting Falcon on your Fuel to BNB LP. So that's killing it, doing its thing. They have a lot of pools too. A lot of different things. They have a Litecoin to BNB pool, a USD to BUSD pool. They have a Tenet, 1,600% on your BND. Tenet kind of making some gains. People talking about that. USD BUSD pool, 40% APY. So way better than the bank. Cake best. So Cake, earn Cake right here. APY. Look at that. 240% APY on your Cake. PancakeSwap. So they got a bunch of stuff going on here. Total value locked 16 million on Jet Fuel, right? You got your fuels, you got your stake, and you got your launch pool. I like the site. Super Fortress. Okay. I like the site. I like what we're seeing here. I like the user experience a lot more than most. They got a launch pad. GeForce, total supply. Sale, price, 1, website, open. Description, GeForce, innovative token in the Jet Fuel Finance ecosystem. So there you go, man. Sale starts in 2 days. So GeForce, that's something that's going to be coming out on the launch pad for Jet Fuel. So savings accounts are worthless now because APY percentage is trash. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. All right, back into the news. So Bitcoin has emerged as a stimulus asset, according to the economists, making it the best hedge against the post-pandemic inflation. However, if the dollar begins to turn around, it could cause a massive pullback in cryptocurrencies and equities, potentially ending the bull market. Decision time in the dollar weighs heavily on crypto and stock markets. You know, we're already in the bull markets. We're kind of predicting the trend against Bitcoin. People are going to rush into crypto like they did in 2017. And we're going to kind of depict whether that dollar is going up or not. And no one wants the dollar. So I think that's just a fun kind of a funny win.crypto domain. Also, I want to talk about something pretty cool. Willow. You guys check out Willow. I'll show you Willow Finance or Willow. But I joined Willow yesterday. Is it Willow? Should have added the link when I had the chance. I don't even know what the heck I joined. But I joined this thing called Willow, which is pretty cool. It's like a payment aggregator for PayPal. And it helps you get, like, you know, if people wanted to just send you a tip or something with PayPal, it's really easy and quick to do. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you guys so much for joining on in. And we're going to finish up with the news, and then we're going to jump on out of here. So energy giant plans to use Bitcoin as an economic battery. Energy giant plans to use Bitcoin as an economic battery. Acre's child company Sati has partnered with Blockstream to run global Bitcoin mining operations. The strategy will use BTC as a load balancing economic battery to accelerate renewable energy use. Together, they plan on promoting Bitcoin microtransactions using the Lightning Network, and Blockstream Liquid Network. Energy giant plans to use Bitcoin as an economic battery. This is interesting. Acre ASA owner Kejil Inc. Roki penned his thoughts on Bitcoin in a 23-page investor letter covering Bitcoin's relevance in the financial and energy sector. The 62-year-old billionaire believes Bitcoin could be several things, from a financial instrument to an energy battery. According to Rogue, Bitcoin could be used as a storage device to increase renewable energy sources efficiency. The problem with renewable energy like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power is that they are generated in remote areas. The transmission and the storage of the renewable energy is the biggest roadblock to its growth. While Bitcoin can't bend physics laws to run water heater, the mining process can convert the excess electricity to Bitcoin. This stored value in economic batteries can be used to scale renewable energy plants. Blockchain is now a partnership with Sati to build solutions for harnessing stranded energy sources and boosting power grid efficiency with Bitcoin mining and financial products. So the one thing that they said was going to destroy things could actually end up being something bigger. So VeChain tells you that the bull cycle has begun. VeChain looks ready to catch up with the market after breaking out of a multi-year consolidation pattern. VeChain prices have risen more than 50% over the last week after a retest of a crucial support level. The downswing seems to have been the last opportunity for sideline investors to buy VeChain at a discount. If buying pressure continues mounting, this altcoin could rise by more than 1,500% in the future. Way more than that. It's only a 15x. VeChain has rebounded from critical support barrier after a market-wide correction saw its price drop from 46%. Now VeChain seems primed to resume its uptrend towards new all-time highs. Yeah, right, get real. Savings account are worthless now. Yeah, I don't think so much with how much helicopter money is going around. Yeah, I'm not worried about that dollar getting up there too high, right? Back to winning. Bitcoin and Ethereum break key resistances. Yes. What is key to stirring a Litecoin comeback on the charts? Litecoin's going to do its thing. Bitcoin may surpass Amazon market cap once it hits $80,000. Mike McGloon. So Bitcoin retakes 1 trillion cap. Tesla left behind. Is Amazon next? Earlier today, the flagship cryptocurrency got back above the $1 trillion level by market capitalization. At the press time, it amounts to $1 trillion, $3.9 billion as per data from CoinMarketCap. Mike McGloon has tweeted that Bitcoin is now ahead of Tesla by this fundamental metric. Elon Musk's top-tier car company is on the spot 14 with $540 billion market cap. Bitcoin is in 8th place. The next two assets it has to overtake before surpassing Amazon are Google's Alphabet and Silver. Dude, if it surpasses Silver's market cap, Bitcoin needs 80,000. People really need to talk about that. Tesla in the rear view. Once Bitcoin's back and fill process around 1 trillion market cap is complete, we see internet pioneer Amazon as a potential next threshold. Mike McGloon, Bitcoin is pushing gold aside as a store of value. As covered in You Today, Mike McGloon stated his tweet, and Bitcoin is pushing gold out of the way as a store of value. Guys, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. If you're here every single day, learning about crypto, getting into the news, finding out what the next hot coin is, finding out how to sell at the top, finding out how to use TA to benefit yourself, and all the different things, even mining, we're going to get into that. We're going to get to yield farming, all the different ways where you can earn a living with cryptocurrency. So shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it every single day. I hope you enjoyed this chat, and I hope you're back maybe tonight. Not guaranteeing, but it looks like tonight we'll be back for some crypto chat. I just want to talk crypto. I want to find out what the hottest gems are for the next day so we can really hit everybody with the realness. So get real. I'm up 2x on VeChain. Really undervalued. Very, 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 very undervalued. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. And we say, if you're new here every single day, we say crypto is life. Thank you to everyone who super chatted me. Shout out to Levi502 for the super chat. Shout out to Yippee Kaye for the super chat. Shout out to Jesse B. Shout out to Bazoinks for the super chat. Shout out to Jesse B. Everyone who super chatted me. Tando as well. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all the love. It means the world to me. Every little bit helps as we make our way through the crypto space. Be safe, guys. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. I love you all. We're going to say crypto is life. That's what we say at the end of this. We say 1, 2, 3, and together we say crypto is life. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life.